Good evening and welcome to Good evening and welcome to Hilbert High School. Steve Witterhack along with Randy Armga here to bring you some Randolph Rocket football as they get set to take on a very storied program here. Football a big deal in Hilbert. They've had a lot of success in the past and took care of Randolph last year in their meeting between these two teams. But a nice night for football, maybe a little warm. We're sweating trying to get stuff all set up right now, but here we are at Hilbert. Randolph getting ready to start to take on the Wolves, and both teams won last week pretty convincingly. Randolph winning like 35-0 over Rosholt in their ball game, and even though they did win, I know Coach Tom Chase said there's many things, especially on the offensive side, that he'd like to see improve on the team. So we'll have that in the interview coming up.
Yeah, that's exactly what you should have in preseason and non-conference action. Get some things worked out, find out where your weaknesses are, and improve on them at that point.
Okay, we're going to have that interview with Tom Chase either right now or after a few commercials, and we'll come back with, again, that interview Tom Chase talking about his team and about his opponent tonight, the Wolves of Hilbert. And we'll be back with that coming your way, bringing you more Randolph pregame here, brought by Home and Auto Sales from Hilbert on your source for sports.
Randolph Health Services and Assisted Living has been serving the Beaver Dam, Markesan, Waupun, Partyville, Ryle, Fall River, and Columbus area since 1972. They're located in the heart of downtown Randolph, a rural community which they're very active, sponsoring many events and benefits, including this game today. They're proud to support residents' continuum of care by offering both assisted living and skilled nursing care. Randolph Health Services and Assisted Living. Randolph.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
The Hour Bar on Main Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials, great atmosphere, and excellent entertainment. Coming up on June 4th and 5th, enjoy the music of Jay Langston at the Hour Bar. And then coming up on July 9th, Chris Hodgson will be back at the Hour Bar. Plus, the Hour Bar is the perfect place to cheer on the Milwaukee Brewers. TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head down to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Randolph Health Services and Assisted Living has been serving the Beaver Dam, Markesan, Waupun, Partyville, Ryle, Fall River, and Columbus area since 1972. They're located in the heart of downtown Randolph, a rural community which they're very active, sponsoring many events and benefits, including this game today. They're proud to support residents' continuum of care by offering both assisted living and skilled nursing care. Randolph Health Services and Assisted Living. Randolph.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
So Bryce Ratachek will also be figured in there. We have a number of slots. Nicholas Katzman had a great game this last week. Jacob Kyle had a great game this last week as well. I know Brady Prevey had a really good game as well. Dietrich Meyer had a really good game at receiver. And so we've got plenty of weapons offensively. And defensively, we really are pretty fast, and we can get to the football quickly, and that's showed up in our scrimmage and this last week. So a lot of the same names you'll be hearing on defense as well that have done some really, really good things. So we're excited about our team speed, which is pretty good. And so if we can put things together, hopefully we can win a few games down the road.
Nice start to the game last week with Nicholas Kutzma taking it to the house from 81 yards out. That was a good start for Randolph.
Yeah, it was. We have Coach Hollander that I assigned him the kickoff return team this year, and he's done a great job. And first play of the game, we returned it all the way back, and Nicholas, I don't think it was touched. So everybody did their jobs. We're going to clean that up even a little bit more, but it has potential every time we do it. So, again, a good credit to Coach Hollander and our kickoff return team. They did an awesome job.
Well, you got a pretty tough opponent tonight, a very storied program over at Hilbert on the road at Hilbert. So what do you expect to see out of Hilbert coming up tonight?
Yeah, well, you're right. You said it right. You put it on the head there. It's a storied program. They have really done a great job over the years over there. Obviously, Coach Bruckheimer has left, but Coach Moreau has stepped in here. And I know Coach from years ago, and he's a legendary coach at Hilbert. So all the film we have, they are obviously a very solid football team. We're going to have to play well. I think it'll come down to hopefully the team that makes the least amount of mistakes and play some good defense will have a chance to win. So our hope is that we can play well and hang in there, and hopefully we have a shot at the end.
How are you guys doing health-wise? Everybody healthy going into the season?
We got a couple of dings right now. We do have a couple of players who are going to be missing on Friday just because of a couple of family commitment things where people are going to be gone. So we're going to be down about 3 kids that do normally contribute a lot. So that's a little bit of concern. Our depth is not as I'd like it to be. So in that respect, we'll have to just do the best we can with who we have.
Well, Coach, we're excited for the season. We're going to be at a few of your games throughout the season, including this one here tonight, and some other good matchups you have coming later on, including Oshkosh Lord's game toward the end of the season. So good luck on the progression of your team throughout the season. Looking forward to calling your games.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the coverage that you guys do for us, and you guys just always do such a great job, and we're very, very happy that we get your coverage, so thank you.
Again, Tom Chase, the head coach for the Randolph Rockets, joining us here on the pregame show. Back with more of that coming your way in just a few minutes as our Home and Auto Sales pregame show continues on The Source. To schedule your service or repair needs today.
And the friendly staff in Marshview look forward to seeing you and your four-legged companions. Go Rockets!
Human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life.
Hi, my name is Les. I've suffered with a bad right knee for 30 years or 40 years. Actually had a knee replacement scheduled, and I looked into this, and it was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. My knee now, 3 months later, is almost like new. I can run up and down stairs. I can sit at a gym watching a basketball game. Really, really happy and pleased with the results. Plan on strongly recommending this to, and I have been recommending this to friends and family who have had joint issues, shoulders, backs, and knees.
Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Patios, seamless siding, and seamless gutters. ACE stands for Achieving Carpentry Excellence. Let them work on your next project. You'll be glad you did. Give ACE in Building and Remodeling a call at 920-326-3624. A&B Fitness Concepts in Randolph is accepting these offers non-coffee drinks and spirits too. Choose from their large selection of homemade baked goods or pick one of the many flavors of chocolate shop ice cream. Tees has many comfortable places to sit with friends or just be by yourself. Tees Cup and Cream also has a fun selection of clothing, gift ideas, and seasonal items. Enjoy your next visit to Tees Cup and Cream at the corner of Stark and High Streets in Randolph.
Welcome back to Hilbert. Steve and Randy with you to bring you Randolph Rocket football. Again, both teams coming off pretty impressive victories in week 1 of the season, with Randolph winning their game 35-0. Alex Hollander 6 for 11 passing, and that's the QB that he's going to start the season with. Pretty athletic, pretty strong young man out there. We saw some of his speed last year in the games that we called. So, yeah, probably a good choice and a guy that could take off with the football at any time, Randy.
Yeah, I think Alex was a guy we saw on special teams a lot, running back kicks and some punts when he did an excellent job there, and had some really good speed getting up and down the field on special teams last season.
Yeah, and also in that ball game, Bryce Ratajczyk had 42 yards rushing, 11 tackles to lead the team in that category. So, we've been watching Bryce grow up over these last couple of years. Saw his brother a few years before that. Ended up going on to play some college football. Alex Hollander also rushed for 42 yards. Nice game for Nicholas Kutzman. I know there was some kudos thrown out by Coach Chase in his direction. 85 yards rushing, 81-yard kickoff return to open the ball game up to start the things out. So he had himself a nice week 1 in that victory against Rosholt. Hilbert, in their ball game, they knocked off Brillion. They had 21 points in the second quarter, did the Wolves. And Brillion had 6, and then Brillion scored another touchdown with a 2-point conversion in the third quarter of the ball game and made it 21-14 at that time. But then Hilbert took care of things in that fourth quarter and got 13 points and ended up winning that game 34-14. And kind of looking at some of the numbers there, Carson Grenzer, their quarterback, 8 for 12 passing with 105 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Carson Grenzer, he also had 63 yards rushing and 11 carries in the ballgame. 2 touchdowns also for Carson. But the guy that only had 5 yards in that blowout victory, Hilbert over Randolph last year, had 154 yards in this ballgame last week when 20 carries, and that is Austin Cullen. So that might be the guy you got to look out for. Not a real big guy out there with Austin, but he's very effective. Obviously, he must have some speed out there and elusiveness to have a game like he had in week 1.
Well, you always lose a number of people to graduation, and then you're able to, reload with new bodies, and everybody gets a new opportunity, and away they go. And, hopefully Cullen's the one that'll step in and have a great season.
Yeah, he might be the guy for him, the running back, but I don't have the stats that I had earlier, and that had the one gentleman 194 yards against Randolph last year in a pretty decisive loss for Randolph in week 2 of the season. So they decided to come back and take on a pretty good team with the Wolves. And here we are back on their home field and sitting in bleachers that possibly were at County Stadium, or they were at the Metropolitan Stadium over in Minnesota for the Twins. That's where these bleachers came from here. And they say that the Twins light standards too are where they have the lights up here too. So a lot of history in these seats that people are sitting here. They're numbered, but nothing like 1, 2, 3, 4. Their numbers all over the map here, but a lot of history, and kind of neat that you captured some of that here at this place. It's a nice field here. It's set up nice, newer bleachers really. It looks like here, but they've got these historic bleachers and those seats that fold back up. And you can kind of remember sitting in these seats when you went to County Stadium. So it's kind of neat that they have them here.
Yeah, very comfortable. Very, very comfortable.
Again, we're just a few minutes away from the start of the game. The clock running out right now, and just a few minutes away. But we're kind of sitting right out here on the seats. So we were going to sit out by the press box, and then they had like a second row of seats there that are elevated about 2 feet. And it didn't quite work out for the equipment that we had here. So last-second decision, we're sitting out in the bleachers, which, hey, we're flexible. We've done it before. Did some games over for Oshkosh Lords and Randolph, sitting right in the bleachers doing that, and that's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. We'll be ready to bring you the ball game. We're going to take another break and come back with the start of the ball game. National Anthem coming on right now. Back with more Randolph Rocket football right after this on The Source.
When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casaso Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Oil changes and simple maintenance to replacing your transmission. And they use quality Napa parts. Pamper your vehicle with a visit to Dairyland Auto Center in Randolph. They wish the Randolph Rockets good luck in today's game.
The needs of today's busy customers, which is why at Ergo, banking has never felt better. Get to know Ergo by visiting us in Marquezan and Fox Lake and take a look at our new website at ergobank.com. Ergo Bank, better banking by design. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Meet spaghetti, burgers and fries, tacos, and of course their amazing fish fry. Bring your friends or make new ones at the Boathouse Pub and Eatery on Chief Kuno Trail, Fox Lake. And they have great daily specials, including their excellent Friday fish fry and juicy and tender prime rib on Saturdays. For an enjoyable dining experience, head to Otter's Inn Bar and Grill, 179 Stark Street in Randolph. Materials and equipment to guarantee a professional job that you'll be proud of. For more info, visit robertsbrotherspainting.com or give Hugh or Paul, the Roberts Brothers, a call at 326-5103 or 326-6214 for all of your exterior painting needs.
At 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun or call 920-324-3488 today. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Wearing number 7, playing D-back.
Welcome back to Hilbert High School, announcing the starting lineups for both teams right now. And we've got some listeners and some viewers right now already watching the game. I know a Candy and a Harley from Randolph said you are our favorite announcers, and you're not only good-sounding men, but also good-looking men. So, and anybody knows that Candy and Harley know that's exactly the opposite of what they said. But no, they are watching and listening to the ball game right now. We are set to bring it to you. Randolph in their white jerseys, which we prefer. Their white jerseys. It's hard to read their numbers when they have the dark jerseys and the black letters on there when you play at home, but it's you can see those plain as day right from here.
Wearing number 55.
Yeah, late arriving crowd for Randolph, but a few people rolling in on the other side of the field, and
Wearing number 7.
it's going to be a modest crowd tonight, I guess, non-conference games, and early in the season. You know, school's not even in session yet. The students really haven't gotten on board, and it's going to be what it is, but hopefully a quality football on the field.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some pretty good football. You know, Randolph's got a lot of rebuilding to do, and you lost some real key players. Trayton Linninger from last year was like their go-to running back that got most of the yards for him out there, and losing a guy that's a preferred walk-on for the Badgers with Travis Elvin. He is a beast on both sides of the ball, just animal out there, and well-deserving of being with the Badgers. You lose a guy like him on the team that can cover sideline to sideline. It was in almost every tackle. Sam Grigger, a pretty good target out there as a receiver, and numerous other guys that they had on the team last year that aren't here. So it's a big rebuilding year here for Randolph and Coach Tom Chase.
It is, and it always is. You know, you graduate seniors, and then you look to refill with young guys, and it seems like every season somebody steps up, somebody you're not aware of or not as key in the off season that you think is going to be a great player, and they end up having a good season. So we'll see who fills those shoes for Randolph this season.
Yeah, real nice test here for the Randolph Rockets. And like the coach said, and you heard that in the interview, we got a chance to talk to him a few days ago, but he was talking about the things they need to improve on. He was really happy at the speed of his defense. He said got some great speed back there. Some guys had some really nice games for the Randolph Rockets. So he's very happy about things like that. Jonathan Elva, their kicker, he had 7 tackles. Thomas Riley with 7 tackles. And I mentioned before that Bryce Ratajczyk with 11 tackles. So there's a guy at defensive end that's definitely getting sideline to sideline for you and taking care of things up the middle, too. So That's the good news. He said just the things they need to work on are mostly offensive things and getting all of those things put together as they get into the season. But it's early yet, and got another non-conference game. Kind of hard maybe to right the ship against a pretty good program and see where they're at right now. You really can't. You don't know who the quality of the team they played with Brillion last week and beating them 35-14. So we'll see exactly what Hilbert, a very storied program that they have here, has tonight against Randolph.
Yeah, it's so difficult to tell in this time of the season, and non-conference games. You just don't know what teams have from year to year, and we'll see about Randolph's offense because they're going to receive the opening kickoff here and get the first opportunity, and still daylight out. Just an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous evening for football.
Got Alex Hollander along with Nicholas Kutzma are set up deep to receive the kick right around the 25-yard line. Long conversation with the
kicker,
with the kicker right now with Alex Rojo getting set to kick off, 6-foot senior.
I don't know if
maybe they know each other. I'm
not sure if Randolph saw something on tape, but their deep guys are very, very shallow here.
Yeah, they definitely are.
They're lined up at the 25-yard line, anticipating a short kick.
So Rojo looking to kick. The whistle's off, and here we go. Game underway. Kick is in the air and heading over towards Nicholas Kutzma. Takes it about the 20-yard line. Cuts off to his right, crosses the 30, and taken down right around the 32-yard line. Not exactly the fireworks that he had last week with an 81-yard.
Drive.
Like I said, Alex Hollander, the quarterback. You got Bryce Vertagic as the fullback. Two receivers right, two left, and a lot of jumping around all over the place. And looks like Randolph's going to get moved back 5 yards, possibly, unless I'm wrong. And it was Grenzer on the carry, quarterback. Just trying to go around the left with it. And tackled by Levi Wiersma, the 6'3" sophomore. Pretty good-sized sophomore out there, 173 pounds, but he wrapped him up and took him down. Football length maybe gain on the play. Makes it second down and almost 10 to go.
A couple of big boys up front for Hilbert. Number 77, Ryan Hoffmeyer, 6'2", 300 pounds in the center of that offensive line.
Two receivers out to the left, one out to the right. They're going to hand this one off again over to Cullen. And we've got a flag at the end of that play. He gets it up to right around the 7-yard line. What an 8-yard gain, pretty much right up the middle.
It's going to be a holding penalty.
The Wolves get called for a holding, and that'll negate that nice run.
The holding penalty on the Wolves.
Yeah, Cullen, he hits those holes hard. He's a pretty nice running back. Got before you knew it, he was past the line of scrimmage and got himself all the way up to right around the 5-yard line, the 7-yard line or so, but with a penalty, it brings it back right around the 18, just inside the 18-yard line. Second down at 12 now for the Wolves.
As I mentioned, some size up front. Platt, 250. Schneider, 235 at one tackle. And the center, Ryan Hoffmeyer, at 300 pounds even.
Wow. Two receivers out left, one out right. You got a kicker receiver with Rojo. Split out to the left with another receiver. And they're going to hand it off, and he's going to get wrapped up right away for a loss. Nice job on the tackle by Alex Hollander. He got right through the defense, wrapped up their star running back, Austin Cullen, took him down, and they lost some yards on the play. And it's going to ball back to about the 21-yard line, a third down, and about 16, 17 yards to go.
Hollander fired up. I love those TFLs anytime you can get one in the backfield.
Said third and 19, looks about third and about 17 with the ball at the 22-yard line. Three receivers out to the right. Like a passing situation, put out in the flat over on the left side over to Cullen, trying to just say, well, you go do it yourself. We're going to give you the ball, see if you can get those yards for us. And he does get some positive yards, but maybe up to about the 16-yard line, just inside the 17. That's going to bring up a fourth down and about 12 to go now for the Wolves.
Ball's on the 17.
Meet him on the tackle, and interesting to see if the Wolves have a kicking game. I don't think they're going to probably go for it here on about the 16-yard line.
Spencer Garcia bringing in the play now. They're going to start running out of time here.
Yeah.
Check out the officials, but got two receivers splitting out to the right, one out to the left. A 4th down and 12, big defensive opportunity here for the Randolph Rockets.
Movement.
And some movement. Again, early football, you're going to see a lot of that kind of stuff. We've seen some horrific games in some of the games that we've seen start out the season.
Really.
Man, do these guys practice at all?
Especially
Beforehand,
special
yeah.
teams and some of those things.
Gosh.
Yeah, the kicking teams, the punting teams, that just, terrible errors made. But we haven't seen that out of Randolph much, though. They always seem quite well prepared when they start the season.
Yeah, Tom Chase, a very good coach. Enjoy our conversations, and good guy, and I think he does good for these young men here in Randolph. A 4th down now, about 17 yards ago. They're going to try to lob it into Rojo, and a nice job at the end of that play. But they're going to throw a flag at the end. Looked like a nice defensive play by Nicholas Kutzman, knocking the ball away. I don't know, what'd you see? Maybe his offhand on him or something? And
Maybe. Boy, it was a late flag, too. It
seems like you have a right to go after the ball on that.
Yeah, that's a call that doesn't get called at the college level, that's for certain. That might not be enough to get the first down, though.
Yeah, they're 4th and 17 right now, so they're going to mark that
It's not
off.
going to be. It should still be Randolph. Well, that's going to be an automatic first, I think.
So they're bringing that ball up now to about the 11-yard line. Not sure about their mark-off sometimes. It seems like an extra half yard or yard or so. Got it down as 4th down yet, and about 7 yards to go. So Randall still with that opportunity. Still think it was a nice play there by Nicholas Kutzma on the play. This time they're trying to take it to left. They get it to Color. Oh, nice wrap-up on the play. It was that Levi Wiersma that wrapped him up and just stopped his Wiersma with a nice wrap-up and took him down immediately just when he thought maybe he had enough momentum to get up to the first down marker, and boom, he took him down right around the 8-yard line. Good defensive stance there by the Randolph Rockets, and they're going to get it back, but they got a long field ahead of them.
Yeah. Hilbert coming up maybe 3 yards short of the first down, and you said good tackle right at the point of contact. No additional yardage at all for the Wolves.
Boy, I like some of the plays I saw. Wiersma with a couple nice defensive plays during that, and also Hollander with a nice stop. Good job by the Randolph defense, and that's what Coach Chase says. He's real happy with the speed and with the aggressiveness of his defense after that first game.
We need a big play out of Randolph here, kind of flip this field position deep inside their own 10.
So 2 receivers out left, 2 out right. Bryce Ratajczyk in the backfield. And a pass out to the left, and that is complete. Taken at the 10, up to the 15, the 5th, and past the 30-yard line, getting past the defenders, but stumbling and going down is Brady Prevey. Some nice set-up play. They kind of just threw him right along the line of scrimmage off to the left. And he had some blockers ahead of him, just took it up that left sideline and got himself up to right around the, just past the 40-yard line, almost up to the 41 they're going to give him. A nice design play and nicely run there by Brady Prevey and put perfectly in his hands by Alex Hollander.
That's a big play we needed to change the field position, give Prevey 35 yards on that reception.
That gives them a little breathing room now with the ball at their own 41-yard line. 1st and 10 now for Randolph. There's one receiver out right, and entering back in motion. They give it to Ratajczyk, and really nothing there. That one got stuffed up right from the beginning, and he was taken down right about the line of scrimmage. Maybe gave him about a half yard or something on the play. So they really stuffed that up over on the right side of the defense. So it's a 2nd down, about 9.5 to go for the Rockets. We got a few games we're going to be covering. Next week's game with Fall River Rio. That should be a good matchup, where they got a pretty good quarterback over there for the Pirates. And a broken tackle, a ball, a completed pass over on the right side. And getting something out of it was Jacob Kyle. Jacob's got himself up to the 45-yard line, so gain of about 3 yards on that pass play makes it a 3rd down and about 7 yards to go. Yeah, I saw quite a few, some good passing numbers, 11 passes, 6 for 11 in that last ball game, and that's not always a big part of the Randolph game. It's normally more of a running game. Hollander going around the left, falling behind Ratajczyk, does throw it up the field and completes it for a first down in the hands of Brady Prevey. Breaks some tackles, gets inside the 40 up to the 35-yard line, maybe the 36. They got him down. Another very nicely set up play. It looked like quarterback Alex Hollander was going to take it around that left side. He got up to the line of scrimmage and just a little lob pass about 5 yards up the field to Brady Prevey, and he took it the rest of the way up to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 in the Wolf territory now for the Randolph Rockets.
And Prevey able to sprint out with the quarterback, kind of mirroring him about 6 or 7 yards farther down the field, and then once he came open, the dump off.
Stoppage of play. We've got an equipment issue.
Yeah, it looks like it's something with
Diedrich Meyer.
Yeah, I believe so.
Remember calling his name a few times to the basketball team. That's going to be another interesting change, losing your 2 top scorers that scored about 80% of your points during the season. They're graduated, and see who's going to step into those big positions for the Randolph Rockets coming up this next season. 1st and 10, going around the right is Hollander. He tucks it in and trying to find some room, but they strung him out nice, and just going to lower his shoulder, see if he can get back up to the line of scrimmage, and maybe he got up to about the 36-yard line, and nothing going there. Good job by Hilbert, spreading that out to the left and stopping Randolph from getting anything.
Second effort, maybe got himself a half a yard. He was going to have about a 2-yard loss there. Used a good left-handed stiff arm. Tell you what, Hollander's showing a little guts out there right now for a quarterback. Not afraid of contact by any means.
Yeah, pretty impressive kid. He's put together pretty good. He's a strong kid. He's got some speed. Showed that at times last year, so we knew that was coming. Hollander looks right, passes it down left, and he's got a receiver down there, and almost hauled in down along that left sideline.
Pass is incomplete.
Diedrich Meyer. Hard to find Diedrich Meyer along that left sideline. Maybe slowing up a little bit was the defender. Little contact there, and then he just couldn't quite get there off the fingertips and on the ground, but a good effort by Meyer. It's going to make it a 3rd down and 9.5 to go, with the ball still sitting just inside the 36-yard line of the Wolves.
It's a pretty good pitch there by Hollander. Laid that thing out perfectly.
Yeah, that was a nicely thrown ball. So you don't have that little contact, and you get to that ball and probably get it on the run, but good job by the defender. We'll cut back and change of directions, but maybe about a half yard on the play, not quite to the 35-yard line on the run by Jacob Kyle. Makes it a 4th down now and 9 yards to go. Again, the ball just outside the 35-yard line.
Yeah, the rushing game for Randolph has done almost nothing so far.
So again, the ball at the 35, 4th down and 9, and Hollander takes it around the left. Not a lot of people out there. He throws it up the field a little high, a little hot, and off the hands of Brady Prevey, incomplete. And that was there, but of course you're throwing it on the run, and looked like he had some room to get himself a little bit, but he saw an opportunity to get that first down with a pass, and just a little high off the hands of Prevey. It'll be a change of possessions, and the Wolves will take it over just past their own 35-yard line.
5 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first quarter. 0-0 score. Both teams have bent a little bit, but nobody has broken so far.
No,
both teams putting some yardage up offensively.
Yeah, good showing by both teams defensively here in this ball game to stop some deep drives. Randolph, that ball's all the way down to the 15-yard line. Handoff around the left side, and Randolph all over that one. Levi Wiersma over there. Also Thomas Riley, one of the big linemen in that area. Saying Wiersma's name, that's for the 3rd time we mentioned him defensively. A nice player out there for Randolph so far.
Yeah, actually credit Thomas Riley, I think, with the initial contact. And
the big
as
guy.
you said, Wiersma aggressive coming in from that right defensive end position and putting a pretty good hit on the running back.
Kind of 4:42 left here in the first quarter with no score in the ball game. The clock is running. Going back to a pass and, trying to get it back to the receiver on the pass attempt by Carson Granzer.
Granzer's pass is incomplete.
They kind of underthrew him, and they're trying to come back to get it.
Get a flag on the play. I think it's going to be holding.
Only on the offense, they've been bitten by a couple of holding plays. That one that was way down by the Randolph goal line. That was very costly. The holding at that time would have been about a third and about 2 yards to go for a first down, but holding pushed the ball back and went back in the wrong direction after that. So we're going to count that off and walk it off back to about the 18-yard line.
After the holding call.
They got a long way to go right now, but 26, 27 yards or so to go.
And Bryce Rotagic coming in from that left defensive end. I think he just got dragged down. He's the one that put the pressure on the quarterback and caused that pass to be errant.
Granzer gets a snap, tucks it in, goes around the left, and breaks one tackle. Does get it up to about the 25-yard line. And the stop by Xander Padilla really kind of got it, wrapped him up. Himself up to the 25-yard line, but still a long way to go. A third down and 20 yards to go now for the Wolves.
Padilla and Meyer coming from all the way across the field. Really excellent pursuit.
Maybe we'll get an update on the 6th grade football team if they played tonight over in Randolph. I know the coaches over there, and I think these guys are learning things way past what a 6th grader should know, but they know it. Some good coaching at the 6th grade level. Hand it off around the left side. And Austin Cullen with the carry. Gets a few more yards back, but still a long way to go with a fourth down with the ball sitting at about the 32-yard line. And it'll be a fourth down and about 14 yards to go.
14, ball's at the 32.
Again, no huddle. Hilbert trying to...
Got a punter back right now. Let's see what they do. And they and then we got a flag in the air, and ball they're going to let it hit the ground right around the 39-yard line. It kind of bolts off to the left. We'll see what the penalty is.
Yeah, I don't believe that the Wolves were set there before the people scrambled. They were trying to go no huddle and get a quick punt off, and people were moving everywhere. Yeah, it's non-conference for the officials too. A lot of little extra conversations and trying to figure things out.
And Mike Moreau, the head coach for Hilbert, a little frustrated now with a few holding penalties and
illegal shift. That's
okay.
Randolph's going to decline, take it right where it is.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Any bad things can happen if you try to do it over, and all of a sudden there's a fumble on trying to haul it in or something like that. So you just might as well take the ball back and get the offense back on the field. You're going to put the ball down at the 34-yard line of Randolph. 1st and 10. Still no score in the game with 3:09 left in the first quarter. Not a clean game by any means, but really a lot of problems right now by the Wolves so far in this first quarter.
Looking for somebody to break a big play here. Either way, maybe make that initial scoring opportunity.
They hand it off to Ratagic, the fullback up the middle, and just tucks it in. Gets himself maybe a yard. Possibly 2 on the play. It'll make a 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Bryce, you could tell that he fumbled the ball once earlier in the game because the way he had that thing wrapped up, there was no way he was going to give up that football. So, 2nd down and 8. Here for the Rockets, the ball sitting right around the 36-yard line on the Randolph side of the field. A couple wingbacks out there and receivers out left and right. Hollander gets the snap and fake handoff, takes it around the right, crosses the 35, the 40, the 45, and finally gets taken out of bounds. We'll see where they had him marked out there. It looks like right around the 50-yard line.
Hollander on the carrier, he gets a first down.
He gets himself about 14 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's correct.
Gets it right up to midfield, the point of the ball right there. 2:20 left here in the first quarter. Still no score, but Randolph on the move, moving the sticks. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
You're not sure who it was for Randolph. Somebody gave him a really nice seal block on the outside there, free him up and allow him to bust that for good yardage.
A close, tight formation. They're going to pitch it out around the left side in the hands of Jacob Kyle. Yeah, breaks a few tackles and lowers his shoulder. Good physical run there by Kyle. He was hit right around the line of scrimmage, and he just lowered his shoulders, pushed the defender back. And we'll see where they put the ball down. Looks like 3 or 4 yards on the play up to the 46-yard line into Wolves territory. 2nd down and 6 now for Randolph.
Well, a little discussion going on between the two teams there after the play. Non-conference, nothing on the line here, and there's still the juices are flowing.
Yeah, that's a football mentality. You got to get out there. You got to get all hyped up. Try to get in the other team's heads. And one receiver left, one right. Motion Brady Prevey, and he's going to get the pitch out around the right side, and he gets it. He's crosses the 40, the 35, and he's got himself a nice carry around that right side. He's going to get knocked out right around the 31-yard line.
Number 12, Brady Prevey out of bounds.
Good mix-up of plays. I really like the play calling so far in the ball game for Randolph. Just besides maybe it's just a little too hot a pass to Brady in that last series of downs to end that drive, but kind of mixing it up and kind of keeping the Wolves guessing so far here in the first quarter. 1:29 left in the first quarter. No score in the game yet. Randolph with another first down, now sitting right around their own, around the Wolves' 31-yard line. Look along the right side. The ball is batted down. Kind of looking over on that right side to either Jacob Kyle over there, Cody DeVries over on that side, but he got knocked down. Trying to find a quick little pass up the right side of the field, but again knocked down by one of the linemen, and it'll be a 2nd down and 10 now for Randolph.
Well, you mentioned mixing up of the play calling, and right there, Randolph's been running the ball pretty well. It's not a bad call. Let's go for a quick hitter on the pass, and I think there was an open opportunity, but one of the linemen able to get the big left hand up and knock it down.
Couple wingbacks out for Randolph right now. One receiver left and right, and goes Hollander around the left side. Nothing there, and he's going to get wrapped up and taken down for a loss of about 6 or 7 yards. He's looking for something maybe up the field.
There's a flag down, I believe, as well.
Hollander tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Might have gotten picked up because I swear I saw a flag come out.
Maybe been one of those plays where he's kind of looking for somebody if he got to the line of scrimmage to pass it up the field because he had 2 or 3 guys right on him, but no one to throw it to him. Maybe they're onto that a little bit.
That'll bring up 2nd and 15.
A little chess match between the coaches so far, just under a minute to play. 3rd down now and 15 yards to go for Randolph.
Yeah, if you're Randolph, you don't have to get all 15 on this play. I think you're in a position where you go for it on 4th down.
One receiver split out left, and then you don't want to have to use up a timeout, but Randolph did with 39 seconds left, and we'll be back in 1 minute with more Randolph Rocket football. No score in the game yet on The Source.
Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net. Roberts Brothers Painting of Randolph is a proud supporter of Randolph Rockets athletics. Family owned and operated since 1958, the Roberts Brothers have the skills, knowledge, and techniques to get your exterior paint job done right, no matter your painting needs. Roberts Brothers Painting uses the finest materials and equipment to guarantee a professional job that you'll be proud of. For more info, visit robertsbrotherspainting.com or give Hugh or Paul, the Roberts Brothers, a call at 326-5103 or 326-6214 for all of your exterior painting needs. This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all for quality work and prompt, courteous service.
We're back in Hilbert. Steve and Randy with you, bringing you the first game we've got to see of Randolph. Both teams 1-0 on the season with convincing Week 1 victories. 3rd down and 15. Alex Hollander going up the field and wide open and in and out of the hands of Levi Wiersma. Underthrown just a little bit, but still a catchable ball right around the 22-yard line. Went down off his hands and then just shot away from him. Tried to go back to get it, but incomplete pass. Boy, nice, just wide open over there. If you could have caught him on the stride or something, he could have been gone.
Yeah, Hollander just underlaid it. Maybe a catchable ball, but tough for Wiersma to come back to that one. But, yeah, if he had gotten a little more air under it, a little more distance, that was a touchdown in the making.
So a 4th down and 15. Again, the ball sitting at the 36-yard line of Hilbert.
Hey, go back to the same play. Why not, right?
Hollander going back, kind of looking around, being chased down by one of the big linemen. We got the speed over him. Looking for somebody out there and throws it cross field and finds Bryce Ratajcic open. And he's going to fall forward for a 1st down for Randolph. Wow, he was in trouble. His head was kind of snapping back and forth trying to find somebody along the right sideline, being chased by big Matt Schneider out there. And then he finds Bryce Ratajcic he kind of saw he was in trouble, kind of came that direction from the other side of the field, and he kind of threw it up there, and Bryce went after it, got it. Kind of looked over towards to see where that 1st down was, too, and he just kind of forced himself out just enough to get that 1st down.
Yeah, dangerous pass by Hollander, but you know what? Why not? It's fourth down. You get nothing to lose. If it gets picked off, it's better than a punt, so
the ball's
good play.
Ball sitting just outside the 21-yard line, and going around the left side with it is Nicholas Kutzma. Breaks some tackles, gets himself a 1st down inside the 10-yard line.
Give him a 14 on that carry.
And that is the end of the 1st quarter, but Randolph is going to end this. I see a play down with Rojo from the Wolves down right now, but ball was taken up to about the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Randolph when we come back for the 2nd quarter. Back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Randolph Family Dental understands families. Dr. Ross Werner and his daughters Dr. Madeline Werner and Dr. Muriel Werner Dittman are there to take care of all of your family's dental needs. They are committed to the highest level of care for their patients. And Randolph Family Dental is currently taking new patients. Call them at 920-326-3191. Randolph Family Dental is excited to announce they'll be moving to their brand new facility at 130 Progress Drive in Randolph in early 2023. If you have any building or remodeling projects in your future, make sure to call Jeff Ratajcic at Ace in Building and Remodeling Randolph. Ace has been in business for over 20 years and builds new homes, offers complete interior and exterior remodeling and additions, single to multiple car garages, windows, decks and patios, seamless siding and seamless gutters. Ace stands for Achieving Carpentry Excellence. Let them work on your next project. You'll be glad you did. Give Ace in Building and Remodeling a call at 920-326-CHAT. and Tricia Dinkle, owners of Otter's Inn Bar and Grill in downtown Randolph, wish the Randolph Rockets good luck in today's game. Otter's is the perfect place to take friends and family for a delicious meal. Their menu includes a great selection of appetizers, burgers, specialty sandwiches, and pizzas. And they have great daily specials, including their excellent Friday fish fry and juicy and tender prime rib on Saturdays. For an enjoyable dining experience, head to Otter's Inn Bar and Grill, 179 Stark Street in Randolph.
We are back for the 2nd quarter of action. Definitely some opportunities for both teams. The Wolves got the ball down to the 15-yard line, had a run down to about the 7-yard line, got called for a holding, and kind of went backwards after that and ended up turning the ball back over to the Randolph Rockets. Now Randolph with an opportunity, ball sitting about the 8-yard line, 1st and goal now for Randolph. Nice drive up the field, saved by a nice 4th down throw from Hollander in the hands of Bryce Ratajcic to keep the drive alive.
Yeah, a little delay in the action right now is Alexis Rojo slow to get off the field. He's coming from that far sideline with the trainer, and he is taking the slow walk.
Either holding his ribs or he's got a problem with his left arm, but he's their kicker, too. He's the one that kicked the ball to get the game going here, kicked off. So Randolph with a big opportunity here to get on the board. 1st and goal at the Wolves' 8-yard line. They're going to give it, pitch it out on the right side, fake handoff, and they get it out to Brady Prevey. And no one over there, gets himself in the end zone. Nice play, a fake handoff up the middle of Ratajcic, and a pitch out along the right side over to Brady Prevey, and he takes it in with little resistance, and Randolph on the board first, leading 6-0.
once again, we saw this in the past from Randolph and Coach Chase. Really spreads the ball around, numerous ball carriers, and right now we have 5 different people have carried the ball for Randolph, and all of them with some success. So nice job keeping the defense off balance.
Yeah, I like what I see from Alex Hollander, too. He really does sell those plays, sold that handoff right to Tajik, made it look like he had the ball, and a good job. They're going to throw it in for a 2-point conversion attempt, and that's right to the back of the end zone and laid in there perfectly in the hands of Diedrich Meyer. And just like that, Randolph takes an 8-0 lead with 11:54 left in the first half of action. And we're going to take another minute break, come back right after this with more Randolph Rocket football on Radio Plus Sports.
The Boathouse Pub and Eatery on the shores of Fox Lake serves lunch and supper with the best view of Fox Lake. Their menu gives you many delicious options like burgers, pizza, nachos, chicken, sandwiches, wraps, and so much more. The Boathouse has great specials Monday through Saturday, including all-you-can-eat chicken wings, all-you-can-eat spaghetti, burgers and fries, tacos, and of course their amazing fish fry. Bring your friends or make new ones at the Boathouse Pub and Eatery on Chief Kuno Trail, Fox Lake.
Most of us plan ahead in life. We plan for our wedding, our children's education, family vacations, and other life events. Understanding the benefits of pre-planning your funeral has prompted many to take the step and plan for their own arrangements. The biggest reason is so your family is put at ease by knowing your decisions are taken care of. The burden is lifted off their shoulders. Call 324.
Again, an impressive drive by the Randolph Rockets, and I mentioned before, kept alive on that drive when they got that first down at the 21-yard line on a 4th down and a ways to go for a first down, but a beautiful job by Alex Hollander finding Bryce Vertagic right around the 21-yard line, just enough for a first down, and then after that ends with a little pitch out on that right side over to Brady Prevey, selling that handoff up the middle of Vertagic. They pitched it out, and he got easily into the end zone. Then a really nice pass to the back of the end zone in the hands of Diedrich Meyer.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, spreading the ball around. 5 different guys carried the ball rushing. We have 4 different players that have had receptions in this game for Randolph, so really doing a nice job.
So Brady, we saw him doing a little kicking last year. That ball's going to land right around the 14-yard line and taken right about the 10-yard line. Setting up for some blockers over there, and then the kick returner taken down after a short return.
11, Harvey Sabella on the return.
It's a nice job right there in the kickoff.
Yeah, you can hear the guys getting pumped up. They're feeling it right now. But early, long way to go in the game. But Ari Savella just got a few yards on that return, gets it up to put it right at the 20-yard line on the Wolves side of the field. 1st and 10 for Hilbert. Yeah, I guess I'm definitely impressed with what I saw in that first quarter and what I've seen from him defensively, of course, and then Alex Hollander.
Yeah, he's done a nice job.
A nice touch and you got a nice mobile quarterback that is a threat to run the ball, but he's making the right decisions so far in the ball game.
I'll tell you what, he can throw the ball too. Just a beautiful spiral that he lays out.
And now we've got another flag before the ball is snapped, and a flag on the Wolves, a false start on them. It's going to make it a 1st and 15 with the ball back at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, I think one of the wideouts lined up in the neutral zone there.
Usually they ask the sideline official, don't they? You're the receiver in high school. Did you do that back then? You always kind of check with them, make sure you're all right.
You do. They'll tell you if you need to be up or not. You know, if they're going to tell you if you need to be up if you're not at the line of scrimmage. But if you line up offsides, they're probably not going to help you.
So 2 receivers out to the right, 1 out to the left. Granzer gets a snap, racing around the left side. Wow. He is taken down. What a hit by Alex Hollander. Wow, Alex Hollander just came flying there unabated to the quarterback going around the left side. It looked like he thought he's in a little room there, but Alex just closed that gap up, and about a 2-yard loss on the play back to the 13-yard line.
Ball is placed on the 13.
Make it a 2nd down and 17 to go now for Hilbert.
Yeah, with that 2-yard loss and a 5-yard penalty, they're digging themselves a hole.
Down in 19.
Yeah, somebody needs to tell Alex Hollander he's a quarterback. You're not supposed to be a beast on defense, right? I know high school, a lot of good athletes are, but Wow.
Yeah.
Shot out of a cannon. Tackle for loss again. Those TFLs, you love it.
2nd and 17. And another play going nowhere, trying to go up the middle on that. And again, a bunch of white jerseys all around him.
Tackle was made by Thomas Riley.
Thomas Riley, along with some of his other lineman friends up there with the tackle. But
Third and long.
and they're stingy up the middle or stingy around the sides right now so far in the ball game.
Said this would be a good test, Hilbert, a perennial power program here in football. I mean, who knows what they are this year for sure, but making that long trip for Randolph, not easy. You come up here and, you're going to test yourselves, and so far Randolph has probably outplayed the Wolves in this game, and they're really performing well on both offense and defense.
So 2 receivers out right, 1 out left for Hilbert. They're going to hand the ball up the middle, and what it is now is Austin Cullen breaks away from the pack inside, and he's got some room around that left side. Looks like he's got himself a first down past the 30-yard line. And we mentioned that. Not a big guy. He's 5'11", 155 they have him listed as, but obviously his speed is what he does very well with, and gets himself up to the 30-yard line. They're going to say he's down right there, and a 1st and 10 now for the Wolves.
Yeah, that play was designed to go inside the tackles and just be an interior running play, and once he got through the line of scrimmage through the heavy traffic, he kicked it out to his left. Nice little jump cut. Then he did show his speed.
And 8-0 in favor of the Randolph Rockets on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Want to thank all our sponsors for jumping on here with us for the fall season. A timeout on the field. We'll do the same back in 1 minute with more Randolph Rocket football on Radio Plus Sports.
Dairyland Auto Center in Randolph is the place to bring your vehicle to keep it running its best. Owner Micah Voskill has been working at Dairyland for over 20 years. Their ASE certified mechanics can do everything from replacing your tires, brakes, and battery, oil changes, and simple maintenance to replacing your transmission. And they use quality Napa parts. Pamper your vehicle with a visit to Dairyland Auto Center in Randolph. They wish the Randolph Rockets good luck in today's game. A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Okay, timeout taken by the Wolves. We're back on the field with 9:35 left. 8-0 lead for Randolph on the road, taking on Hilbert. Nice field. We'll talk about that again a little bit about the bleachers here. And breaking a few tackles in the beginning of the run is Austin Cullen. And Randolph just relentless over on that side. You got Hollander over there. Who else was over there with him? I saw, looks like Cody DeVries.
Jacob Kyle and Diedrich Meyer.
Yeah, he's having some trouble. The last couple of runs are not where he wanted to have to run the ball, and he had to kind of kick it out both times, and that time Randolph covered.
And Diedrich Meyer, he's in press coverage there on the outside as a cornerback, and he just held his ground, turned it back to the inside, did not let him get out to the sideline, and then able to get a lot of help from those other before-mentioned players.
Trips out to the left now with one receiver out right for the Wolves. And they're going to hand it back over to Cullen again, trying to go around on a short field over there, and he's taken down. And who just stuck his arm out there to take him down? I think it was Diedrich Meyer kind of reaching out with his right arm and just kind of got it wrapped up enough and just kind of threw him back, and the rest of his teammates kind of finished it. But a nice play again by Meyer. Mentioning his name quite often on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, you tell Coach Chase he trusts those defensive backs. They're getting really up on those receivers and not letting them get a free run from the line of scrimmage. And sometimes it's a little tough. You'll see guys backpedal 7-8 yards off the line of scrimmage. Randolph's D-backs, they're right up, press coverage.
3rd down and a long 12 to go. They're going to look up the field. They have a receiver just overshooting. Looks like Alex Rojo that went out before with an injury, but overshot him on kind of a fly pattern along the left side. So an incomplete pass makes it a 4th down and about 13 to go.
Yeah, you certainly think the Wolves will have to punt here. Looks like Kutzma and Hollander back deep for Randolph.
Here's the snap, and the punt is in the air. Little end-over-ender, and it's taken right at the 43-yard line. Like to see that catching in the air. Alex Hollander, again, the quarterback. Takes a lot of nerve to go up there and do that, because if you don't catch that with an end-over-ender, that could have went 20 yards down the field after that, and he caught it in the air and got himself a few yards after it. So it's a big turnaround from that ball getting by him 20 yards back and taking it 5 yards up that way. It's nice job catching that punt by Hollander.
You see the bad teams in football that don't do that.
Yeah.
That's the special teams plays that make so much difference in a ball game. And as you said, that might be a 20 to 25 yard difference maker, just with a kid not afraid to step up and make that catch on a punt in traffic.
Again, it's that quarterback with the linebacker mentality that's catching that too. Hollander sets up, throws over the left side, and completed pass into Wolves territory up to about the 48-yard line. Gets himself about 5, maybe 6 yards on that pass play over to Diedrich Meyer on the left side. Got a quick little pass that they had set up over there and had some room and had some blocking ahead of him and found himself open for that completed pass. Stuck him down now in 5 with the ball sitting at the 49-yard line of the Wolves.
Second reception for Diedrich Meyer in the game. He also had the extra point, the 2-point conversion.
And this time Hollander's going to keep it around the right side, and he's got himself a first down and a few more than that, up to about the 41-yard line. It's about 8 yards, maybe 7 yards on the play to mark him down to the 42-yard line. He's doing a good job. He had me fooled for a little bit in there. I thought maybe Ratajcic did have in the beginning, and he kind of pulled it out of there and took it himself and showed some elusiveness with his running and got himself around the right side of the tacklers.
Yeah. Option football, he was debating whether to pitch the ball out or not, and yeah, that's a good quarterback kid with some guts.
And this one really going nowhere right from the start. A little hesitation for that to even be handed off, and they do get in the hands of Bryce Ratajcic, but he's going to lose a couple yards on the play back to the 44-yard line. Be a second down and about 12 yards to go, and I see you. You can never blame an announcer at another place because how many games did it take you to get the name Ratajcic right?
Yeah, it took me about 2 years with his older brothers.
So
Ratajcic, and I had all kinds of things. I couldn't do it. Yeah, I did help this guy before the game here with some of that.
Yeah, that one's a tough one. This doesn't flow. That's not a natural way to say anything. And then the ball pitched out on the ground, and we got a flag as they get it out to Prevey on the right side. Stiff arms his way up to inside the 35-yard line, but the lead official threw a flag out, and could go against Randolph and negate that. Nice play by Prevey, though. I mean, he showed some real physicality on that run and just used his arm for a stiff arm and got himself extra 5 yards, but that one's going to come back.
Illegal shift on the offense.
We're down to 6 minutes left here in the first half of action. Randolph scoring in the first play of the second quarter. A little pitch out to Brady Prevey from the 8-yard line. Pretty impressive drive by the Randolph Rockets. 8-0 Randolph on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. I want to thank some of our sponsors out there like Ace in Building, Jeff Ratajcic. The guy to call if you had anything, any kind of work around the house, building a house, a shed, he can do it. Proud sponsor of Randolph Sports, Roberts Brothers Painting. They've been around for decades. Good reason why is the job that they do consistently at Roberts Brothers Painting. This is going around the left. Right now, Hollander in trouble. He's going to get spun. No, he spins away from the defender, and he's got some room around the left side. Oh, we got a flag. And I hope they didn't call it on that one block. I thought he got in front of the player or the defender. Did you see that, if that's what they're calling it on? Well, they do have a player down.
There's 2 flags down, so yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's not the one I was looking at, and now we got a player down for Hilbert. Okay, this is going to be definitely a penalty on the Randolph Rockets and come back quite a ways. And again, an injured player. Why don't we take a 30-second timeout, Jeff, and we'll be back with more of this first half. And hopefully our player in the field is going to be all right. Back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
If you have any building or remodeling projects in your future, make sure to call Jeff Ratajik at Ace in Building and Remodeling Randolph. Ace has been in business for over 20 years and builds new homes, offers complete interior and exterior remodeling and additions, single to multiple car garages, windows, decks and patios, seamless siding and seamless gutters. Ace stands for Achieving Carpentry Excellence. Let them work on your next project. You'll be glad you did. Give Ace in Building and Remodeling a call at 920-326-3624.
Randolph Health Services and Assisted Living has been serving the Beaver Dam, Markesan, Waupun, Partyville, Ryle, Fall River, and Columbus area since 1972. They're located in the heart of downtown Randolph, a rural community which they're very active, sponsoring many events and benefits, including this game today. They're proud to support residents' continuum of care by offering both assisted living and skilled nursing care. Randolph Health Services and Assisted Living. Randolph.
And glad to see that Aiden Coiler got up on his own, and maybe just one of those things where it knocks the wind out of you or something like that. But glad to see Aiden got up and is all right. But Randolph's got a situation now. What was the exact call they called on it, Randy?
A blindside block, which is somewhat new to football. Once you're outside that tackle box, you can't come back and really nail somebody like you used to years ago.
Hollander on the run right now, 2nd and 37 play. I was going to throw it down the field. That one gets tipped away and intercepted right around the 41-yard line or 40-yard line. And Hollander trying to make something out of nothing there. It got tipped right from the defender that was right on him. And then interception at the 41-yard line of Randolph. Bad turn of events here in the last few plays for the Randolph Rockets. See if the Wolves will try to take advantage of that, get something going offensively. Just haven't had anything going so far.
Going to be excellent field position. We've got over 5 minutes left in this half. They're going to take over right at about the 41-yard line. See if Randolph's defense is up for the task here to finish out this first half with a lead.
Okay, 1st and 10 now for the Wolves at their own or at the Randolph 41-yard line. 2 receivers out left, 1 out right. And Granzer throws it around the left side again. All over that one is Bryce Ratajik. And a huge loss on that play. They just tried to throw it out over along the right side on a bit of a screen or something, a pass out that direction. And Ratajik all over it as they got in the hands of Austin Cullen. A loss of about 9 yards in the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 19 now with the ball just at the 49-yard line of Randolph.
You get that running back coming out of the backfield on kind of a belly route. Quarterback with a pitch out there in the flat, and as you said, Randolph's defense just attacking.
And then we've got the left side of the offensive line taking off just a bit early, and they're going to get whistled for that. Matt Schneider and maybe the guy right next to him taking off a little bit early. That's going to move it back 5 yards further back into Wolves territory.
And make it about 2nd down and 24. Long ways to go.
Yeah, we can see why Tom Chase was said in the pregame show that he was pretty happy with his defense, what he saw. He was very honest.
Yep.
That the offense definitely had some things to work on, but we've been pretty pleased even with the offense so far in the ballgame. We felt a couple of gaffes, especially in that last drive, but and a little hesitation on that run up the middle and nowhere to go with that. Maybe about a 3-yard pickup to the 49-yard line for Austin Cullen. And up very stingy on defense here so far against the Wolves here in this first half with 4:03 and counting down. An 8-0 lead for the Rockets here at Hilbert against the Wolves on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Bringing you the game from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth, which is, I don't know what seat numbers we got back here. I can't even turn back that far, but the seat numbers from the old Metropolitan Stadium in Minnesota. Randy's on seat number 4 and 20. They got a pass down the field, and that is in the hands, bobbled, but in the hands of Rojo at about the 15-yard line. Then he bobbled that thing for about 7 yards, just past the defender. Beautifully thrown ball by Carson Granzer. And a big play there by the Wolves, getting it down inside the 5, maybe down to about the 3-yard line.
It's about a 49-yard completion there. Big play that Hilbert's been looking for to get back in the game here in the half. That was a good throw. That was a nice catch.
Right on the money. The defender was right on him, and a great job by Rojo to stick with it. It bobbled that for over 5 yards and finally hauled it in to get the completion. And big turn of events here in the ball game with the ball down to the 3. First and goal now with the ball at the 3. One receiver split out right, one out left, and the quarterback Granzer takes it around the right side. Gets himself about 2 yards on the play up to the 1 yard line. Makes it a second and goal at the 1 yard line. Just under 3 to play and counting down in the first half. Got some volleyball coming up with Randolph Volleyball, a couple of volleyball matches actually, but Randolph Volleyball on Monday. And we will be there. Jeff said he'd come there with his video camera too.
So I have to ask you, Riley, Alvin is back now?
Riley is back.
She's back and healthy.
Much to the chagrin of everybody who's got to play against a 6'2" middle hitter. We got a timeout on the field back in 1 minute. Now just take 30 seconds. Be back in 30 seconds with more of our first half of action from Hilbert on Radio Plus Sports.
Go. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887.
Now, timeout taken by Randolph, but you still come back to that same bad situation. A second down and goal with the ball sitting at the Randolph 1 yard line for the Wolves. Trying to get on the board for the first time, trailing now 8-0 with 2:45 left. One big play in the hands of Alex Rojo all the way down to the 3 yard line to set him up in this situation. And here we go. Got a second and goal with the ball at the 1 yard line. Quarterback Ganser gets taken down in the backfield, and that's Bryce Ratajczyk, but we got a flag over on the other side of the field.
Benedict on the TFL.
Looks like possibly another holding call away from the action.
Yeah, they went around the right, and that was way over by the official on the other side of that line.
It is. It's going to either make it third down and about 4 to go, or they're going to take the penalty and move them back. Second down and,
Yeah, they're going to call that one again on their big lineman. He's been called for a few things. False start earlier in the drive, and then they're going to call this one again on Matt Schneider. And now a timeout being taken by Hilbert. We'll do the same back in a minute. We'll see what happens here. Back in a minute with more Randolph Rocket football on Radio Plus Sports.
Marshview Veterinary Clinic is a proud supporter of the student athletes of the Randolph Rockets. The team at Marshview is happily accepting new patients for wellness and surgery. We're also pleased to offer emergency and urgent care services for pets throughout the community. Dr. Jeff Hookstead, Dr. Jackie McIntyre, Dr. Colby McIntyre, and the friendly staff at Marshview look forward to seeing you and your four-legged companions. Go Rockets!
And we are back. Hilbert taking a timeout. Call for a hold and bringing the ball out to 13-yard line. It'll be a second down and goal at the ball at the Randolph 13. They did have it down to the 1 yard line.
They did. Penalties have been a big issue for a little bit for both teams, but more so for the Wolves. They've really shot themselves in the foot by getting big plays negated and just putting themselves in down and distance situations that are very long conversions.
Yeah, hold away from the direction the play was even going on that play, so a costly penalty on Hilbert. Still second down, though, but they're looking to pass. And looking down in the wide open in the right side of the end zone. And in the hands of Alex Rojo. And a 13-yard touchdown for Hilbert. Finding Rojo wide open and kind of stumbling a little bit and losing his connection with him was Nicholas Kutzma over on that right side of the end zone.
Yeah, just man coverage, you're right there. Not sure if it was a slip or some type of loss of footage because all of a sudden there was huge separation.
So the Wolves are on the board right now. The bell has rung. And now going for...
I thought church was about to start. I didn't know what happened there. I guess that's a scoring bell. Obviously a 2-point conversion here by the Wolves trying to tie this game up.
2 receivers out right, 1 out left. And Carson Granzer, the quarterback, backing up, looking. Lobs one in the corner, and it's knocked away, and it's intercepted by the Randolph Rockets. Nice job.
That's dead. You can't. Extra point or 2-point conversion. You can't.
Nice job there by Diedrich Meyer going up and batting the ball away.
There's a flag on the field now.
God, that's the second time.
They're going to call that as an interference.
That's the second time I've seen a questionable
I don't know.
call on that.
That flag was.
They did that early in the game in the first half, in the first quarter.
That was like a 6-second delay there, and thought about it, and then decided to throw the flag. That looked like really good coverage.
Like a great play by Diedrich on that, but they're going to get another opportunity to get these 2 points. And this time they're going to get it in. Just a nice little hole around the left side in the hands of number 12, Austin Cullen. He gets a 2-point conversion. We're tied at 8 apiece. Back in a minute with more of the first half of action, tied at 8 on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Back to Hilbert High School. 8 ball game now as Hilbert scores on a 13-yard pass, and then a second opportunity for a 2-point conversion. They got that with a handoff to their running back Austin Cullen. Makes the game 8 apiece on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Randy and I bringing you the game from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth. A few of our other Randolph sponsors we'd like to mention. Otters Inn. Stop out there, visit Vicky and the crew. We're always running like crazy. It's busy, but the best view of Fox Lake. Tea's Cup and Cream. Tina, beautiful place over there. Had a nice dessert over there the other day and some coffee when I stopped in by her. Nice kick by Rojo. Get taken by Hollander at the 5-yard line. Cuts off to his right. Preview throws a pretty good block right behind the run there, and Hollander taking it the 5 gets it up to right around the 23-yard line with 2:28 left here in the first half.
Yeah, not bad considering what that could have been. The ball kicked over their head, had to go back, pick it up, and still able to get some good positive yardage.
1st and 10 for the Rockets at the 23.
Yeah, 2:28 left here in the half. Still time for Randolph. Maybe a little lightning in a bottle here, and see if they can get a big play and put themselves in a position to score here before halftime.
You might have maybe one timeout left. I know they took one early and then one down the goal line. So far, one receiver split out right. Otherwise, everybody in a pretty close formation. And here goes Hollander on the right side, and then that goes off the shoulder. Pitch out over to Jacob Kyle with going to go on that left side and off a shoulder on the ground. But good job by Kyle to get back and grab the ball because he had defenders on him immediately after that. Kept it, but they did lose about 4 yards in the play. It makes it a 2nd down and 14 with the ball sitting at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, that play was blown up right from the beginning there. A lot of defensive traffic in the backfield, and Yeah, that was a close pitch and a hard pitch by Hollander. Not much opportunity there as it shot off the shoulder pads of that was number 24. Yeah, that was Kyle.
Yeah, 2 receivers out left, 2 out right, and they're going to pass it, get it over to Diedrich Meyer along that left side. He gets kind of pancaked right by the sideline. Does get some positive yards. Saves down right around. Well, now we've got a little celebration maybe after, and our official here that made the nice call in the quarter of the end zone also making this call, and maybe Diedrich celebrating or just, he got hit pretty hard at the end, and he's kind of just saying, hey, I caught the ball and just didn't leave it alone, and they called him eventually.
Unsporting conduct. It's about a 9-yard completion. That's all going to be wiped away.
Unsportsmanlike
Yeah,
conduct.
didn't need that. They had a nice little decent gain on that.
Ball is on the 14. It's going to bring out.
So it brings the ball back to the 14-yard line, a 3rd down, and it's about 18 or 19 yards to go for a 1st down. 1:33 left in the half. One receiver split out right, everybody else in close formation now for Randolph. In motion around the right side is Jack Smeedema. Hollander's taking it right to the last second, pitches out to Smeedema on the run. Is going to get himself some positive yards, but finally gets tackled right around the 27-yard line or so, 26. Set keep the clock rolling, got him in bounds over there. So it'll be a 4th down. Randolph might want to take as much time as they can to get this play.
Yes.
Wait till they start counting you down in the official back there, but they're set up for it, a preview back there, but they might wait until they start counting them down to 53 seconds left.
Rojo and Cullen back to return.
We got another flag thrown. That same official over on this side.
I'm going to say a false start or illegal formation.
We're really hardly up by the ball. But
I know.
Some unusual calls by this tall, skinny guy here. over on the Wolves side. He must have some of the coaches in his ear.
Yeah, he's a guy you can always pick him out because he's got a big white square on the side of his helmet, or on the side of his officiating hat.
That one's rolled back to Prevey. He gets it.
Good kick.
Yeah, it's going to take a good roll and a good job getting out there to cover it as Cody DeVries kind of keeping the guys that might want to pick the ball up away from the ball. So that allowed more time to come off the clock. Clock stops at 39 seconds, and Hilbert will take over from there with just 39 seconds left.
Hey, can we go back and revisit that Randolph Rocket volleyball team?
Yes, the volleyball team, they do play, and it should be a bunch of good athletes out there. Randolph, just a couple of games away from the state tournament in their loss to Lake Country Lutheran, but they're going to be good. So I'm excited to see them, and of course we know Laconia has some good tall athletic players. I'm not sure how many of those basketball players play volleyball that got to state last year, but that play breaking the tackles. Now Hollander trying to chase down the running back, Austin Culliter, on the left side. Nice job, Cullen. He's done that numerous times in the ball game when the run is stuffed up the middle. He just kicks it out right or left and gets himself some positive yards and gets it into Randolph territory before he's taken down at the 47-yard line. Yes, and Riley Alvinus, she's back now. He had an ACL surgery last October. Been a long road for her, and she worked hard. I mean, she's probably easily in the best condition of her life right now, and been playing with her Sting volleyball team a few weeks back, and she's going to be fun to watch. Only a junior, 6'2" player with that just a killer mentality, and a few people are going to get hit by some balls that she's going to be knocking off them so far through the season. It's going to be fun to watch her play. Got a timeout on the field. Be back in 30 seconds with more Randolph Rocket football. We're tied at 8 apiece. You're tuned in to Radio Plus Sports.
Randolph Health Services and Assisted Living has been serving the Beaver Dam, Marquezine, Waupun, Partyville, Ryle, Fall River, and Columbus area since 1972. They're located in the heart of downtown Randolph, a rural community which they're very active, sponsoring many events and benefits, including this game today. They're proud to support residents' continuum of care by offering both assisted living and skilled nursing care. Randolph Health Services and Assisted Living. Randolph.
Timeout taken by the Wolves. We have 31 seconds left. 8-8. Interesting first half. I think Randolph was kind of rolling there. Then a nice drive, a nice pass play to get the Wolves down to the 1 yard line. They got pushed back to the 13. They got himself a touchdown. Needed so that little extra space to work with out there. He got that passing touchdown, 2-point conversion to tie the game up in this half.
Yeah, hate to say it, but a lot of mustard on the field tonight. A lot of yellow flags that have kind of changed the course of this game. There's been a lot of calls went against the Wolves as far as moving them back, and then a couple of questionable calls that got them first downs in certain situations.
Carson Granzer goes back to pass, looking along the right side, and there's going to be a flag at the end of that one. I kind of have to agree with Diedrich Meyer. Ball was underthrown by quite a bit. Meyer kind of went back and kind of directed him off a little bit, and he got right in front of the official. You can't do that in front of, and got the flag over there.
Yeah, you got to make it. Maybe Diedrich's got to make a little better play on the ball, I guess. But Diedrich's going to have a little conversation with this official now. He's not getting nowhere, obviously, but.
Yeah, of course they're trying to get it to Austin Cullen over there and see what he could do after catching the ball, and he was thrown well behind him.
I guess my advice to Diedrich was you got to get your head around a little bit more and go get the ball, even though there was very little contact there.
Ball just outside the 30-yard line, 1st and 10, 24 seconds left. Who knows what could happen here in the last 24 seconds of the half. Going to hand it off over to their running back, Austin Cullen, around the left side. He gets some positive yards. Gets it up to about the 24-yard line. Pickup of about 7 yards on the play.
Clock did stop there for about 5 or 6 seconds. I'm not sure why.
Shouldn't be. No first down and no timeouts left. So
clock stopped, and then it just started again.
Hometown clock.
Be the last play.
Yeah, it'll be the last. Rightfully so, as that's how we should end it. And that is the end of the first half, and we end at 8 apiece. Here at Hilbert with the Randolph Rockets and Wolves going at it. And Randy and I'll be back to talk about the first half of action coming your way in just 3 minutes. It's Randolph Rocket football on Radio Plus Sports.
5547 to discuss pre-planning your funeral arrangements.
Coles Community Funeral Homes, Marquezine, Randolph, and Waupun.
Your state of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. See Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
Let's plan ahead in life. We plan for our wedding, our children's education, family vacations, and other life events. Understanding the benefits of pre-planning your funeral has prompted many to take the step and plan for their own arrangements. The biggest reason is so your family is put at ease by knowing your decisions are taken care of. The burden is lifted off their shoulders. Call 324-5547 to discuss pre-planning your funeral arrangements.
Coles Community Funeral Homes, Marquezine, Randolph, and Waupun.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your state of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net. Randolph Family Dental understands families. Dr. Ross Werner and his daughters Dr. Madeline Werner and Dr. Muriel Werner Dittman are there to take care of all of your family's dental needs. They are committed to the highest level of care for their patients. And Randolph Family Dental is currently taking new patients. Call them at 920-326-3191. Randolph Family Dental is excited to announce they'll be moving to their brand new facility at 130 Progress Drive in Randolph in early 2023. Roberts Brothers Painting of Randolph is a proud supporter of Randolph Rockets athletics. Family owned and operated since 1958, the Roberts Brothers have the skills, knowledge, and techniques to get your exterior paint job done right, no matter your painting needs. Roberts Brothers Painting uses the finest materials and equipment to guarantee a professional job that you'll be proud of. For more info, visit robertsbrotherspainting.com or give Hugh or Paul, the Roberts Brothers, a call at 326-5103 or 326-6214 for all of your exterior painting needs. Tina from Tea's Cup and Cream invites you to join Herb and her crew to enjoy one of their iced, blended, or hot specialty coffee drinks. Tea's offers non-coffee drinks and spirits too. Choose from their large selection of homemade baked goods or pick one of the many flavors of chocolate shop ice cream. Tea's has many comfortable places to sit with friends or just be by yourself. Tea's Cup and Cream also has a fun selection of clothing, gift ideas, and seasonal items. Enjoy your next visit to Tea's Cup and Cream at the corner of Stark and High Streets in Randolph. If you have any building or remodeling projects in your future, make sure to call Jeff Ratajik at Ace in Building and Remodeling Randolph. Ace has been in business for over 20 years and builds new homes, offers complete interior and exterior remodeling and additions, single to multiple car garages, windows, decks and patios, seamless siding, and seamless gutters. Ace stands for Achieving Carpentry Excellence. Let them work on your next project. You'll be glad you did. Give Ace in Building and Remodeling a call at 920-326-3624.
Welcome back to Hilbert. 1 half in, and we are tied at 8 apiece. Pretty interesting moments in that first half. Some sloppy play, a lot of flags out there on the field on both teams. So definitely a lot of things to work on just from that first half for the coaching staffs for both teams. And I know they were kind of hashing it out over on a big dry erase board right on the sidelines by the bench here for the Hilbert Wolves. But what's your thoughts on the first half, Randy?
Well, as you said, a little bit sloppy, especially the penalties at key situations. But other than that, very competitive football game. I think as far as Randolph's concerned, they're playing aggressively. I think just my opinion, we're kind of sitting here in the home crowd, but I think maybe they're the better football team right now, and even though it's 8-8, and they're showing some aggression on defense. They're getting after things. A lot of tackles for losses in this game by Randolph, and then doing just enough on offense to move the ball up and down. But, again, a few key penalties that have stalled drives and put themselves in situations. An interception that was, desperation throw, but other than that, I think he traveled here. As I said, this is a long road trip. You go up to Hilbert, Wisconsin, or where are we? Is it Hilbert High School, or is it just Hilbert, the community? It's not
like Pecatonic or Laconia or anything.
So it is Hilbert, and they made this long trip, and they showed up, and they're playing even football with a pretty storied program in the state. So I think things are showing well for Randolph right now that they're going to compete. Both these teams had easy victories last week, so you don't gain as much from that as you do from a dogfight like this.
Yeah, this is where you learn something. And I was impressed, in that nice drive that they had and, some of their offensive moments. We know the defense has been rock solid, that we've seen a couple little breakdowns that cost them some scores. But otherwise, the defense has been good. But for a while there, I was impressed by especially the coach saying that a lot of things they got to work on in offense. They look like a pretty well-oiled machine there during the one drive and moved the ball up, mixed the plays up, and really kind of had the Wolves back on their heels a little bit, guessing what the next play was going to be. Some great moments by Alex Hollander, some great touch on the football, some good physical runs out there by numerous players. And I was impressed offensively there for a while, but then that kind of came to a halt, maybe some adjustments by Hilbert coming in that second half of play, or just things just not being run right by the Randolph Rockets as they were kind of going backwards a little bit out there. But
and Randolph did have that opportunity for that touchdown pass that would have been, just a ball that was underthrown.
Right.
That they had a wide open receiver that would have gone to the house with a little bit more on that ball, and which makes this, a 14 or 16-8 game. So.
Yeah, I think it was a Jack Smeedema. Then he kind of threw it behind him. Probably a catchable ball, but you put that thing on the money and they get him in stride, he would have been gone. So, yeah, just a few little things, whether it's the penalties we've seen when Hilbert got the ball all the way down about the 7-yard line on their first drive of the ball game, and then the holding penalty, and they just started going backwards from there. But, again, pretty impressive showing defensively, I thought, for Randolph. No score in the first half. Hilbert, like I said, got it down inside the 15 and got a holding penalty, 0-0 after a 1 quarter of play. And then Randolph got themselves, toward the end of that first quarter, had a nice drive going. And then they got themselves in a little trouble. It was 4th down and a ways to go yet for a first down. And a great job by Alex Hollander keeping the play just kind of stretching out a little bit over towards the right sideline. And I kind of saw Bryce Vertagic over on the other side of the field recognizing that and coming toward the ball like you're supposed to do when your quarterback's in trouble, and he did. And Alex just kind of threw it up there for grabs, and Alex went and got it and just got the first down and helped them continue that drive that they finished the first play in the second quarter. But that was a big moment for Randolph to get that first score.
Yeah, and that's a play where you would teach your quarterback never throw the ball across your body, across the field. You just don't do that as too many opportunities for bad things to happen. But in that situation on the 4th and long, nothing to lose. I guess you throw it up for grabs, and luckily for Randolph, Bryce Vertagic able to come up with that and then have the mindset to maybe get the extra 2 yards.
Because he wasn't quite there yet.
No, he wasn't. He put his head down and he drove the defenders back a little bit and just got that first down by maybe 1.5 yards. So just a nice job there, which was able to keep that drive going for Randolph.
Of course, like I said, they scored on the first play of the second quarter. 8-yard TD run, a little fake handoff to Vertagic up the middle, and they pitched it out to Brady Prevey, who's been showing he's a pretty physical ball player out there and had some nice runs and catches so far in the ball game. But he took it in from 8 yards out, nobody near him, and 2-point conversion. A nice little touch pass to the back left of the end zone from your quarterback, Alex Hollander, getting it right in the hands of Diedrich Meyer, and that was a beautiful touch on that over the top of the defender and right by about 1 yard away from the back of the end zone, just laid it in there perfectly to him. So 8-0 at that time, and then ball went back and forth for a little bit there, and finally Hilbert got a big opportunity. Had the ball at midfield and a nice pass into Alex Rojo from the quarterback Ganser, and he got it down, kind of a bobbled pass for about 7 yards or whatever it was, and he got it down to about the 3-yard line. The ball got up to the 1-yard line, but then a penalty put the ball back at the 13, and that's where they scored from, with a pass play from Ganser in the hands of Rojo over on the right side of the end zone. 2-point conversion on the second chance that they got to have at it, and they got that in with an easy run by Cullen, 8-8, and that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, and I think if I had to assess Randolph's defense, I think the run defense has been pretty rock solid for the most part. A little bit of concern on the pass defense. We find a few of the Hilbert receivers just found themselves absolutely wide open at times.
8-8 your halftime score. Randy's got some numbers from the first half. We'll have that when we come back, and the halftime show continues live from Hilbert High School. Steve and Randy with you on Radio Plus Sports.
The Hour Bar on Main Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials. Great atmosphere and excellent entertainment. Coming up on June 4th and 5th, enjoy the music of Jay Langston at the Hour Bar. And then coming up on July 9th, Chris Hodgson will be back at the Hour Bar. Plus, the Hour Bar is the perfect place to cheer on the Milwaukee Brewers. TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head down to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most. Contact Christine File Agent at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun or call 920-324-3488 today. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Dairyland Auto Center in Randolph is the place to bring your vehicle to keep it running its best. Owner Micah Voskill has been working at Dairyland for over 20 years. Their ASE certified mechanics can do everything from replacing your tires, brakes, and battery, oil changes, and simple maintenance to replacing your transmission. And they use quality Napa parts. Pamper your vehicle with a visit to Dairyland Auto Center in Randolph. They wish the Randolph Rockets good luck in today's game.
Say hello to Ergo, a bank designed to change the way you feel about banks. Ergo Bank combines ergonomics with economics to create a more comfortable banking experience. Ergo Bank accommodates the needs of today's busy customers, which is why at Ergo, banking has never felt better. Get to know Ergo by visiting us in Marquezine and Fox Lake, and take a look at our new website at ergobank.com. Ergo Bank, better banking by design. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Boathouse Pub and Eatery on the shores of Fox Lake serves lunch and supper with the best view of Fox Lake. Their menu gives you many delicious options like burgers, pizza, nachos, chicken, sandwiches, wraps, and so much more. The Boathouse has great specials Monday through Saturday, including all-you-can-eat chicken wings, all-you-can-eat spaghetti, burgers and fries, tacos, and of course their amazing fish fry. Bring your friends or make new ones at the Boathouse Pub and Eatery on Chief Kuno Trail, Fox Lake. Tricia Dinkle, owners of Otter's Inn Bar and Grill in downtown Randolph, wish the Randolph Rockets good luck in today's game. Otter's is the perfect place to take friends and family for a delicious meal. Their menu includes a great selection of appetizers, burgers, specialty sandwiches, and pizzas. And they have great daily specials, including their excellent Friday fish fry and juicy and tender prime rib on Saturdays. For an enjoyable dining experience, head to Otter's Inn Bar and Grill, 179 Stark Street in Randolph.
It's halftime in Hilbert. Steve and Randy with you. And an 8-8 score on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Let's take a look at the numbers from the first half.
Once again, always unofficial my numbers are, especially tonight because you and I and Jeff were scrambling here. Didn't really have the opportunity to get things organized. Like
I want to thank Jeff, too, for we've been stuck with it. We got on in time, but you get different situations when you get in different venues, and there's different problems when you get. So we got past that and got it on in time. So it's all been fine since then.
So for Randolph rushing, Bryce Watajic, I have him down 3 carries, actually with 0 yards. He had 2 positive yards. He lost 2 yards on a carry. So Alex Hollander is 4 for 17. Jacob Kyle, 2 carries, 4 yards. Brady Preby has 2 carries, 23 yards, and a touchdown, a 9-yard touchdown. Nicholas Ketsma with 1 carry for 14 yards, and Braden Smedema has 1 carry for 10 yards. Receiving, Brady Preby has 2 catches, 69 yards. Jacob Kyle, 1 for 3 yards. Bryce Watajic, 1 catch for 16 yards. Dietrich Meyer has 3 catches, 14 yards plus a 2-point conversion. And again, unofficially, Alex Hollander, I have him for 5 out of 10, 85 yards with 1 interception.
Okay, those are your numbers from the first half. Again, the halftime score 8-8. Should be an interesting second half here from Hilbert High School. And Randy and I'll be back with that in about 2.5 minutes. This is Randolph Rocket Football on RadioPlus.com.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887.
Say hello to Ergo, a bank designed to change the way you feel about banks. Ergo Bank combines ergonomics with economics to create a more comfortable banking experience. Ergo Bank accommodates the needs of today's busy customers, which is why at Ergo, banking has never felt better. Get to know Ergo by visiting us in Marquezine and Fox Lake, and take a look at our new website at ergobank.com. Ergo Bank, better banking by design. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dairyland Auto Center in Randolph is the place to bring your vehicle to keep it running its best. Owner Micah Voskill has been working at Dairyland for over 20 years. Their ASE certified mechanics can do everything from replacing your tires, brakes, and battery, oil changes, and simple maintenance to replacing your transmission. And they use quality Napa parts. Pamper your vehicle with a visit to Dairyland Auto Center in Randolph. They wish the Randolph Rockets good luck in today's game. A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
You're back at Hilbert. Steve and Randy with you. Second half just about ready to start. 8-8 is the score on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Randolph should be kicking the ball away to start things out here in the second half of action. Yeah, see what teams come out here. Just one big play that got Hilbert all set up for that score. It was kind of going back and forth a little bit on that drive, but that got them in scoring position. They made the most of it. The touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and see if you can get rid of a few of these penalties if you're a Randolph fan and take care of business. But I see a lot of athleticism on this Randolph team this year, and I'm pleased from the things I saw in that first half.
Yeah, and they don't appear to be tentative at all. I mean, you see them aggressive on defense, solid tackling. That's not always the case in high school football anymore, but they get after guys. They stick their hat in there, and they take people down at the point of contact. So that's a good job. You can tell they've been in the weight room a little bit. And we'll see. Randolph's done well on their kickoff they had after the touchdown. We'll see if they can get coverage here, pin Hilbert back, and maybe get a quick series and get the ball back in good field position. That would be what I'd be hoping for if I'm Randolph.
This guy, this official here, likes to talk to the kickers. A long conversation.
That's the same guy with he's got the white side of his hat, which
this one.
That
guy was talking to the kicker before,
yeah.
So now he's talking to Brady, and they have Logan Lau and Austin Cullen are back now for the Wolves, and Brady Prevey will kick off for Randolph here to get the second half going. Yeah, weird to be out here again. That feeling of the nice fresh air. Now that it's gotten later, it was pretty hot to start with. A little bloop kick in kind of open spot of the field at about the 33-yard line, and the Wolves jump on it. Earl Holgut's over there and grabs it and secures it now for Hilbert, and they'll take over from their own almost 43-yard line.
Ball's on the 37.
Should say 37 yards, only 5 yards off.
Yeah, that's understandable. The field is not.
This is our first. This is like all the flags. This is our first football
for us too. Yeah.
A few weeks ago, we were doing some Legion baseball, and then took a few more weeks off. And now here we are, football and volleyball coming up next week. Doing some Waupun Warrior volleyball on Tuesday as they take on KML at home. We'll have both those games and video streaming both those games too. And they're going to give it a big hole up the middle for Austin Cullen. Being chased down, and he is into Randolph territory. Starts from the 37-yard line, gets it up to the 41-yard line of Randolph.
It's been one of the most successful plays for the Wolves all night, is that's that quick dive up the middle. Once he gets to the linebacker level, he's got a good ability to make cuts, and then he gets to the outside and just runs away from people. Pretty solid running back.
A 32-yard pickup or 22-yard pickup on that play. Gets it set up to the 41-yard line. Ranzer gets it again, just handing it off to their workhorse, and that is Austin Cullen up the middle, and he's fighting to get himself about 2 yards on the play just inside the 40-yard line. So it'll be a 2nd down and 8 yards now for the Wolves.
Hilbert going back to the same play. They're just going to run in those zero gaps there and see if they can make something happen. Better defense that time by the Rockets.
We'll get a chance. Hopefully, I know Jeff's going to be at some of those Waupun games, and we'll try to make it to a few of those too. Waupun Warrior football 2-0 on the season. Don't think they've allowed a point yet, or at least 1-0. We don't know if we got that first game was played or not. But that was just a nice play up the middle and a tackle for loss. Wrapping up the running back is Xander Padilla.
On the tackle.
Padilla wraps up Cullen and takes him back. Losses is 4 on the play, and it ball's back now to about the 43-yard line, just inside the 44.
Yeah, Padilla from that linebacker position, just wearing number 55. He just looks like a linebacker.
Yeah.
I love that. Stepping up in that 4-3 defense, he's playing the middle, doing a nice job filling gaps.
3rd down and 12 yards to go, and Ganser going back to pass, looking way down the field, and that's in and out of the arms and hands of Brady Prevey, kind of playing center field out there, and was there to haul it in. It would have been an interception, overthrown ball to Rojo, but incomplete pass makes it now a 4th down and 12 yards to go.
Prevey a little upset with himself. There's
no huddle.
You got to get back here. You got to make the next play, you bet.
That's true. Rojo's not off the field yet. They can't even looking set up to pump the ball away right now. Good high punt. Probably going to let that one drop. Pretty short punt. It's about 3 yards after where it hit, kind of checked up and then moved down the field. A few yards after that, it stops at the 16-yard line. That's where the Randolph Rockets will take over on their own 16. Good defensive stand there for the Randolph Rockets to start things out here in the second half.
Yeah, I called for that. I said, let's get a stop and get the ball back in good field position. The only reason it's not better field position because the kickoff was so short.
Yeah.
Started at their own 37, so if we were able to pin them back at around the 20 or inside the 20, we'd be starting at near the 40-yard line or the 35 instead of back where we are at the 16.
Yeah, field position battle, maybe a little bit to start things out here in the second half. Just go for that instead of taking too many chances. Just try to get that ball pinned back. Alex Hollander again back in the shotgun. Brady Prevey in motion left to right. Hollander going back, kind of scrambles off to his right, looks up the field and just kind of throws it away. He had a receiver over there that maybe had a step on his defender. Levi Wiersma was over there, but just threw that well in front of him, and incomplete pass makes it a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that's just a good job of getting rid of the football and not taking the sack right there. And extreme pressure. Take that anytime.
So we got a 2nd and 10 with the ball at the Randolph 16-yard line. See Ripon leading North Fond du Lac 20-6 in the 3rd quarter of their ball game. Big Nate out there doing a little scoring update for me. Can always count on Big Nate. Taken up the middle by Bryce Ratajczyk, gets it up to the 20-yard line. Picks up about 3 yards on the play, makes it a 2nd down and a 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
Tough going for Ratajczyk up the middle tonight in that traditional fullback position for Randolph. It's his 4th carry, and it's only 3 yards that he just got right now.
WLA leading Chilton at halftime, 7-0. Poinet over Partyville, 7-0 at half. Trailways team Ripon over North Fond du Lac, like I said, in Southern Door, 26-0 over the Lemira Lions. And we've got some flags flying all over the place. And just throwing it away is Hollander. Didn't stop the play at all. What did?
Yeah, two guys in motion there at the same
okay.
time. Yeah, there's both running backs went into motion. A little confusion on which guy was supposed to be in motion. I saw one go and then another one right after him.
And play and the penalty is refused by Hilbert. It'll be 4th down and 7 to go with the ball at the 20-yard line, and Randolph just 3 and out. This drive down the field, and Brady Prevey back to punt now for the Randolph Rockets. 9 minutes left in the third quarter. We're stuck at 8 apiece right now. Both teams have had an opportunity. Came up short on that, and now the Wolves will get it back. Again, another one bounced back to Brady, but again, a good hop where he could pick it up. A good solid punt and a fair catch. And the ball down to right around the 47-yard line of the Wolves. That's where they'll take over on this drive. And like you said, field position, they're winning it right now.
Somebody for Randolph on defense needs to make a big play here. Maybe we can force a fumble, bust something up in the backfield, go for an interception. Something to turn the momentum of this game.
I think Randolph Family Dental, always a friendly staff in there when you go in there. Great staff there that take care of your teeth. Looking to open up their new office in the beginning of 2023. Let their family take care of your family. And Dairyland Auto, Micah owning the place right now. And talked to him on the phone for a while yesterday, and a proud sponsor of Randolph Sports. Ball taken around the left side by Ganzer, on his feet yet, breaks a tackle. Have to get himself a first down, and Alex Hollander, your quarterback, and is down and writhing on the ground in pain right now in the offensive backfield of the Wolves, and that's not a great sign right now. Definitely hurting right now.
Yeah, Randolph sideline. I watched that whole thing happen right there, and I think Alex, he looks like, hopefully it's just a cramp. Kind of doing that, trainer looks like a cramp move. Hopefully it's not an ankle or knee, but.
Again, he's down with the trainer looking at him.
Flexing that left knee like it could be.
Usually the thing you do when they have a cramp and kind of try to stretch that out. It's definitely in some pain yet.
He got
see
tackled.
if we can get him up.
He got tackled over there, I'll tell you that. That was a holding that was not called, and it just happened to be looking right at that edge where he got wrapped up with two arms and just pretty much picked up and thrown to the ground.
Yeah,
You saw the sideline for Randolph just erupt like it was right. I mean, everybody on the field saw it.
Alex getting up, and he is not limping off the field, so maybe, hopefully, just a
probably a little
cramp.
cramping, yes.
I tell you, those cramps, they
can
be a little nagging and keep on coming back. And
I've had those playing. The only time in my life, really, maybe a few times later, but boy, I used to get them in football too, and it was just the most painful thing in the world. Calf cramps, hamstring cramps, just. You'd play both ways, and you get late in the fourth quarter, especially a night like this, a cooler, damp night. Oh, man, they can just pretty much take you out of a game.
And an 8-yard gain on that run from Ganzer. Ball sitting right at the 45-yard line of Randolph. 2nd down and 2 yards to go. Ganzer gets the snap and is going to hand it off. And in the hands of breaking some tackles is Cullen, still in the backfield, but he's got some room and gets himself a nice little gain up to about the 32-yard line. Looked like he was dead in the water in the backfield for about a 2 or 3 yard loss. And, man, I tell you, yards after the first contact, he just took it up the field, got himself a nice gain and a first down for the Wolves.
Yeah, he turned a 5-yard loss into about a 12 or 14-yard gain. That's all about pure speed. That's all it was, pure speed.
431 VLF. You have to move your car. It's in the gate.
Never want your license plate read off by the PA announcer. You didn't win anything.
Not at a stadium.
Yeah, either your horn's honking or you get the lights
or you parked in the gateway.
Or in the wrong place. Going to give it again to Cullen up the middle and just kind of patient enough to follow his blockers. That got him up to about the 28-yard line. He's going to pick up about 4 on the play, making it a 2nd down and 6.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Ball's on the 28.
Again, we're sitting here in the third quarter of action, all tied at 8, and right now the Wolves making some progress, and we were talking about the field position battle. They've been winning that. Now they're on a drive right now, 2nd down and 6 at the 28-yard line of Randolph.
And Alex Hollander is back on the field on defense.
That's good to see, man. It's the fear you have having him back as a linebacker back there, and then plus he's your quarterback. Too many ways to get hurt in both of those positions. Ganser takes it around the right side, and he's going to get, he's still on his feet. He had a good job by Ganser. Looks like he was going to go down at about the 31-yard line, kept his feet chugging out there, and he got himself maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gained a little bit. Half a yard or so, makes it a 3rd down and 5 to go.
Jacob Kyle with the initial contact, able to hold him up, and he did escape Kyle's grasp, but then about 3 other players for Randolph able to come in and finish the job.
We're looking at the absence of Lane Jenkins, 6'4", 310. He's out there right now.
He is. He was out there on offense too at the, I think at the left guard position.
Big play here, a 3rd down and a little more than 5 yards to go with the ball sitting right around the 27-yard line of Randolph. Ganser gets the snap, gets it back, and good job. It's like Jacob Kyle on the tackle, wrapping up a very elusive player out there with Austin Cullen, but he said, I'm not letting you go this time, and took him down for a loss. It's tossed for about a 3-4 yard loss, and now it's a 4th down and about 8 yards to go. Ball sitting at the 31-yard line of Randolph.
Not going to give them quite as much of a loss as it looked like. I guess they're going to say forward progress, but
kind of had him and then wrapped him and tossed him backwards.
Yes.
Yeah. So a nice defensive play there by Jacob Kyle. There's a guy that's been hard to get a hold of like that this game so far.
Looks like Hilbert's going to go for it.
Yeah, they're set up.
4th down from their Randolph's 32.
Rojo split out to the left, and that's kind of looking over in his direction. Coming back, and that ball is, I don't know if it get hit along the way, just came up well short over to Rojo, and his turnover on downs, and Randolph will get it back at the 31-yard line. Maybe a So again, another good stop there by the Randolph Rockets. Become a defensive battle here between the teams. Ball just outside the 30-yard line. Pretty Prevey in motion, and Hollander's going to take it around the right, kind of motioning for some blocking ahead of him. He's got himself some yards, a 1st down and more around that right side. Directing.
Hey, all in all, we have an 8-8 ball game yet. Still very competitive.
Yeah, just under 5 to play in the 3rd quarter. So yeah, really haven't seen as many nearly much for flags at all this half, and they give it to Cullen, just a quick little hitter right up the middle, and he's got himself 7, maybe 8 yards on the play up to about the 33, maybe just inside the 33-yard line.
Yeah, he's running in that 1-2 gap right now, and he's running behind the big fella up front, the 300-pounder at center.
Ball's on the 33.
A mammoth of a guy for a high school kid. Wow. Tell you what, hard to see around him even. That's the key there. I mean, he just gets a little push, and then you run behind him and look for gaps.
We're down to 4:12 and counting down to the 3rd quarter. Ball's handed off over to Cullen and taken down just inside the 30-yard line, close to the 1st down marker.
Cullen's going to be close to the 1st down.
We have to measure on this one too. We'll see what they give him. Pretty close. I'm not sure if they're gonna measure this one. Good time to maybe bring up another one of our sponsors, Otter's Inn. And good friends over there, Chad and Tricia Dinkle are the owners over there, and they're just good people. Run a great bar and got some excellent food over there. I love the choices that they have. Do a great job on that, and always serve us with a smile. Like the whole staff that they have, or there's kind of my cheers away from home, going over to the Otter's Inn over on Stark Street in Randolph. So make sure you tell them that Steve and Randy said hi.
You
stop in there. We'll probably go in there ourselves to say hi coming up maybe next week. You never know.
Some excellent comfort food. That's what I would call that, too, when you go there.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, that one day we went there, and I think they had a macaroni and cheese thing with some pulled
Smothered
pork on.
it was smothered with
barbecue pork on top. And that was good.
It was
good.
Excellent.
So, make sure to get over to Otters right on Stark Street in Randolph. But good support by the Randolph community supporting our broadcast. Of course, VZ Flooring. Be sure you give Daryl a call soon. He's backed up a little bit. Does a great job installing carpeting and flooring. Our Bar on Main Street in Waupun.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of great entertainment. Maybe read through some of the things that they've got going on coming up shortly. A third and a few inches to go. Now Ganser trying to find those few inches, and looks like he may have gotten them. Just got across the 30-yard line, and sure where they're going to put the ball down, but if he got it, he just barely got it.
Yeah, needed about 3 inches and may have gotten a foot. I think you're.
Yeah, that's definitely a football link further than what they were before, at least.
Yeah, the R Bar. If you haven't been there in a while, they've some serious upgrades in the last few years.
Yeah, they do a great job over there on the entertainment that they have. Great place to go watch sporting events over there.
Yeah, a lot of big screen TVs all around, both sides. Yeah, excellent.
I took a picture of I'll give you some of their events they have coming up. So 1st and 10 now for Hilbert. They're going to give it to Cullen around the right side. And nowhere to go. Good job by Randolph's defense over there with Kyle over there on that side, along with number 7, Jake Dykstra, riding him out of bounds. So good job defensively by Randolph. Doesn't get anything. Makes it a 2nd down and 10 to go.
Yeah.
We got a flag on the
holding. Holding. I think it came at the initial contact.
Okay.
Right in that heavy traffic, yes.
Yeah, coming up tomorrow, Royal South will be at Our Bar from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and a group called The Verdict coming up on my anniversary, 39th anniversary on the 10th of September. The Verdict will be there from 5 o'clock till 9 o'clock. Alimony Blues Band will be there on 9/11, which is the opening day for the Green Bay Packers. As a matter of fact, that's why they're there from noon to 3, before everybody's going to sit down and watch the Packers take on the Vikings at 3:25 in the afternoon. Well, ball moved back. First down yet, but back at the 40-yard line makes it a first down and 20 yards to go. They're going to throw the ball over the middle, and that is complete over the hands of what I thought was the intended receiver. What were you motioning?
I was just trying to kill that mosquito.
Oh, I thought maybe you're pointing at something going on out there. But
no, sorry. I was trying to rid myself of a mosquito.
But it was over the top of Savella out there, and then it goes I thought maybe they just overthrew him, but it was right in the hands of Rojo, and he picks it up for about a 19-yard gain down to the 21-yard line. 2nd down and a little over a yard to go now.
A lot of Randolph defenders in the area. Nobody went for the football.
Like you said before, maybe the one chink that you've seen in their armor, they're good at covering the run defense, but maybe the pass defense had a few lapses in there, and those can always be big, change things. So 2nd down and 1 with the ball just outside the 20. 2 receivers split out to the right. Rojo is out to the left. Give it to Cullen. He crosses the 20. He's got a first down and more down inside the 15 and taken down right around the 13-yard line.
Austin Cullen gets the first down.
He's going to pick up about 8 yards on the play. 1st and 10 right now, just a slow, methodical trip up the field. Just under 2 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter, running some clock off on this drive for the Wolves.
Yeah, if you describe Austin Cullen, you'd say he's one of those running backs that just gets better as the game goes on. The more carries he gets, the more lather he gets, the sweatier he is, the more he likes it. And he looks like he's getting better as the game continues.
2 receivers split out wide to the left, one out to the right, and they're going to give it to Cullen around the right. And wrapped up right away. Again, Jacob Kyle seems to have his number when he's in his area. He wraps him up, takes him down again. Good tackle there by Kyle. Put him back right around just inside the 16-yard line.
Pretty close to a 3-yard loss, 2.5 to 3-yard loss on the play.
Yeah. 2nd down, or almost 13 yards to go now for the Wolves. See if Randolph's defense can buckle down here. Get that ball back before the Wolves score. We're down to 49 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. With the Cullen again, kind of cuts it back to the left. They got a touchdown on that, or the extra point on that. A little cutback run, starting from the right and cutting back over to the left, and he takes it in inside the 10-yard line up to about the 8-yard line.
Cullen, he's doing a lot of that on his own. That's just vision. As I said, he gets through that initial line of scrimmage through those defensive linemen, and then he's able to shake and bake a little bit, beat some linebackers. And
so they're going to let the clock run here, Randy, with the score tied at 8 apiece on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Randy and I'll be back in just 1 minute with should be some interesting downs coming down for the Wolves. We'll see what happens coming up in just 1 minute on Radio Plus Sports.
Chad and Tricia Dinkle, owners of Otter's Inn Bar and Grill in downtown Randolph, wish the Randolph Rockets good luck in today's game. Otter's is the perfect place to take friends and family for a delicious meal. Their menu includes a great selection of appetizers, burgers, specialty sandwiches, and pizzas. And they have great daily specials, including their excellent Friday fish fry and juicy and tender prime rib on Saturdays. For an enjoyable dining experience, head to Otter's Inn Bar and Grill, 179 Stark Street in Randolph. Randolph Family Dental understands families. Dr. Ross Werner and his daughters Dr. Madeline Werner and Dr. Muriel Werner Dittman are there to take care of all of your family's dental needs. They are committed to the highest level of care for their patients. Welcome back to more of our Home and Auto Sales pregame show. Steve Winterhack with you, and talking now to the head coach for the...
Here we go, fourth quarter. We're tied at 8 apiece. Nobody scores in the third quarter, but Wolves getting deeper into Randolph territory. They've got a third down and about 4 yards to go with the ball sitting right around the 7-yard line. We will see what happens here if Randolph's up to the task, and definitely 2 more down territory for the Wolves if they have to go for get to a fourth down situation.
Yeah, haven't really seen anybody even in the warm-ups do much place kicking, so I don't know if there's any kind of opportunity for a short field goal or even a kicked extra point here in this game for Hilbert.
Third down and 4. Here's the snap in the hands of the quarterback Gans. They're trying to get around the right side, and then we've got a penalty towards the end of that play, and Randolph hoping for some kind of
it's going to be a hold. Yep, it is.
And holding, which was their big nemesis for the Wolves in that first half, pops up at a bad time when you're driving and getting the ball close down to the 5-yard line or so. Looks like they have it marked right around the 5 or 6-yard line, but it's like a hold at the end of that, and that's going to move the ball back.
Flag looks like it's laying about the 7, so that's going to mark it from that point.
Yeah, that's where they're going to put it, right around the 17-yard line, right on top of it. They get a third down and about 13 yards or 14 yards to go. Big penalty there, and see if Randolph can take advantage of that. Again, the dangerous receiver with Alex Rojo. Just a one-on-one coverage off to the left. And a timeout call by the Wolves. We'll do the same back in a minute. Big play coming up here for the Wolves and for Randolph. Back in 1 minute with more Randolph Rocket football on Radio Plus Sports.
Is currently taking new patients. Call them at 920-326-3191. Randolph Family Dental is excited to announce they'll be moving to their brand new facility at 130 Progress Drive in Randolph in early 2023.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the home and family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
A timeout taken by the Wolves. Big play. It's third down and almost 14 yards to go with the ball sitting at the 17-yard line on the Randolph side of the field. 8-8 ball game on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. We're bringing you the game from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth, which is getting kind of cold right now. Pass attempt for Rojo down in the corner. And that is incomplete. Boy, you had the defender by a step out there heading back to that back left side of the end zone, but kind of in his arms and out of his arms as he kind of dove to try to bring it in, and incomplete pass makes it a 4th down at 13, but that's definitely Rojo's number written all over that play all the way.
Yeah, he's not a very big guy. You wonder how he's getting as open as he is. Must have some.
Got some speed, I'm guessing.
He's definitely speedy, and he definitely runs good routes, good accurate routes, but they're gonna try a field goal here, Steve.
Well,
that's just what I asked.
Rojo, he was the guy that kicked the ball off in the beginning of the ball game, and they're setting up right now for about a 33-yard field goal from the 23-yard line. Ball is snapped, and a little low-line driver, and that is pulled to the left.
No good.
It is no good. They had the distance. This is low rocket shot off his foot, and that is no good, and Randolph dodges a bullet and keep this game tied at 8 apiece. Be back with Randolph's possession here in this 4th quarter of action, just 30 seconds on Radio Plus Sports.
Randolph Health Services and Assisted Living has been serving the Beaver Dam, Marquezine, Waupun, Partyville, Ryle, Fall River, and Columbus area since 1972. They're located in the heart of downtown Randolph, a rural community which they're very active, sponsoring many events and benefits, including this game today. They're proud to support residents' continuum of care by offering both assisted living and skilled nursing care. Randolph Health Services and Assisted Living. Randolph.
Okay, we are back again. Randolph dodging a ball. 1st down and 5 now. Yeah, definitely some things for both teams to talk about from what we see in the first 3 quarters of this ball game. And the Wolves with their holding. And here goes Hollander around the right side last second. He gives it a preview. Probably did not want the ball at that time. And he's going to get taken down about just outside of the 15-yard line. Alex said, I'm going to get taken down. I'll throw it back to you, but there's still a bunch of Wolves all around. There's a pack of them out there, and they took him down for a loss. And
actually fumbled, I think, on the play. I think Hollander was able to cover that up. And could have been disastrous.
Yikes. That's where, that would have been a bad turn of events there for the Randolph Rockets.
I'll tell you what, Steve, win or lose, however this game ends up, I think both teams benefit from the competition they've had tonight, and there's been plenty of mistakes, and you can learn from those things as well.
Here we go, 2nd down and about 14 yards to go with the ball sitting just outside the 15. Got to get up to the 30-yard line for a 1st down. Hollander looking back to a pass, going down the field, and trying to get it over, and almost thought they were going to put it right in there. I see the Randolph coaching staff wondering where maybe a flag was on it, trying to find Nicholas Kutzma. One-on-one coverage over there, and the ball was knocked loose from him before we got, but it was perfectly thrown ball right where it needed to be from Hollander.
Yeah, lots of air under that one, maybe too much, so it gives the defense an opportunity to make up ground on the throw. But
state championship Division 5 basketball coach Tyler Fisher listening in right now. Said we're sounding great, and
what a run that was, wasn't it?
Oh man, Tyler, thanks for that run with that great team you had last year. Love to get invited along for that ride and be there for them when they won that. Handoff over on the left side of the ball, and Kyle, I should say left side of the center, and Kyle takes it right up the gut and gets a nice run up the middle. Trickery there. Looks like they're going to go around the right side with it. And Randolph going no huddle for the first time in the ball game, sitting at a 4th down and 2 yards to go. And they're going to see if they can get it. And diving forward is Hollander, and I believe they got it. They got it up to about the 32-yard line. And a nice job. What a gutsy play by Randolph. Going to mark him down just shy of the 33-yard line, but decided to go no huddle. And right away, Hollander just grabbed it, took it up the middle, and got himself. And a good job by Randolph to get set. And then we've seen some failed attempt by the Wolves trying to do that earlier with a punt. And Hollander does it. They all got set, and he just took up the middle for a 1st down.
Obviously something they work on right there. You get 4th and 3, and they go no huddle, get up there before the defense is set. Now we're going to get a timeout.
Hollander's going to take a timeout for Randolph. We are tied at 8 apiece, 1st and 10, but Randolph taking a first down, see if they can get a drive going here and get the lead back in this ball game. Be back with more Randolph Rocket football right after this on Radio Plus Sports. Okay, we are back. A few technical problems. This is a preseason or early season for us too.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell I can tell people because I'm the guy here that does very little of the technical part. And
Randy's got his feet up on the chair.
I do. I'm relaxing, but it's being on the road too, and you're at the will of everybody's internet service and everything else that goes on, and their connections and all that stuff. So please bear with us.
It said we're video streaming. You can hear us yakking away yet. And a little misdirection, and that did not go well. He got it over to Brady Prevey cutting back the other way, and he gets tossed for a loss of about 3 yards back to about the 30-yard line. Makes it a second down and 13. I don't think that's what they were talking about in the timeout huddle that they had.
That's going to bring up second and 13 balls.
Did you watch any of the preseason game for the Packers at all? Any of their? I watched not 1 second of it.
I did. I watched some. I mean, bits of each game, and Jordan Love looked pretty solid, I thought, at times. And Packers basically did not play any of their main players ever in the entire preseason.
Hollander's going to pitch it out to the left over to Jacob Kyle. He's got some room, crosses the 40, still on his feet, crosses midfield, and he's taken down finally at the 42-yard line. Nice job by Kyle. What a nice play call. They've had some success with that earlier. This time he takes it all the way into Wolves territory up to the 42-yard line, breaking tackles, kind of stumbling and bumbling towards the end, and big play there for the Randolph Rockets.
Yeah, unofficially, we'll say that's about 29 yards, maybe 28 yards on the carry. Nice job.
I was just going to bring up the Len Dawson tribute that they gave in the beginning. I thought that was kind of neat that they set up with a huddle, kind of the choir. I don't know what they call that exactly when they're all facing, like a choir almost in 2 rows, and you got the quarterback kind of facing them, giving them the play, and they did that in honor of Len Dawson, a longtime broadcaster, besides being a longtime quarterback for them. Goes Hollander, fake handoff, goes around the left side. He crosses the 40, the 35, jumps over a defender and gets himself up to maybe the 28-yard line. Wow, what a play by Alex Hollander. Right in front of the bench, and he got the whole bench going for Randolph. Happened right in front of them. First down for the Randolph Rockets on the move right now. They marked him down. Let's see where they're going to put it. Way up, way up to the 26-yard line. What an athletic play by Hollander. Showed some speed to get those yards, and then he finishes with leaping over the defender and gets himself up to the 26. What do you think about that, Tyler?
Yeah, what do you think about I thought maybe he was cramping earlier in the game. Maybe it was some other issue. He looked like he had some leg issue, possibly a cramp, and showing no ill effects from that right now. Really getting it done.
One receiver split out to the right, and Hollander again is going to hang on to the ball, cuts back. He's got some room off to the right, and the blocker ahead of him crosses the 15, the 10, finishes strong at the end and dives inside the 5-yard line. Alex Hollander is on the loose here the last couple of plays, and a nice job by his teammate Diedrich Meyer at the end of that play to
They're going probably no huddle, Steve. They're going to go quick.
Got the ball down to about the 4-yard line. First and goal now for the Randolph Rockets. Trying to get back on the board. Hollander just lowers his shoulder, spins around, and into the end zone for the Randolph Rockets. What a great 3 plays by Alex Hollander and the Randolph Rockets. We got a player on the field right now, down in the field, but Alex just kind of took him on the shoulder. He got some nice blocking ahead of him. 3 huge plays, and he got him down the field, including that first down. He got on a 4th down play, no huddle. But he spins into the end zone from the 4-yard line. Randolph now leads this game 14-8 with 7:04 left. But again, a player down on the field for the Wolves.
Yeah, Alex Hollander, that's 3 carries in a row, 17 yards, 21 yards, and a 4-yard touchdown. And again, that quick no huddle where he finally goes under center, and we're seeing it's number 55. Looks like looking at his right leg. But tell you what, I really like the job that Coach Chase is doing here with this team. They seem like they have a good game plan. They mix things up, and I love that no huddle and fourth and short.
He did it at the right time. He did do it earlier
twice in this.
That's what I see, and I'm glad we're going to be doing at least another 3 games of Randolph's during the regular season. Going for the 2-point conversion. Jacob Kyle in motion. They're going to pitch it out to him. Blocker over there, and a good job finding the block over on that right side by Diedrich Meyer, and Jacob Kyle takes it in for the 2-point conversion. Good, Jeff, for a commercial break? Okay, we're going to take a minute break, come back, and talk about that last scoring drive and bring you the last 7:04 of this ball game on Radio Plus Sports.
The power of intelligent farming is here. The remarkable new T7 Heavy Duty with PLM Intelligence is available now at Waupun Equipment in Waupun and Watertown. Built on the legacy of the acclaimed New Holland T7 tractor family, the T7 Heavy Duty delivers leading all-around performance and comfort. You'll see wider, operate quieter, think smarter, and feel stronger. 2 models are available, featuring up to 313 horsepower. Designed for you, by you, the new T7 Heavy Duty with PLM Intelligence lets you put intelligent farming to work right now. See one today at Waupun Equipment in Waupun and Watertown.
Okay, we are back. But boy, what a series of plays, that whole drive, and for the whole team and the blocking that's going on out there. But I tell you, Alex Hollander, a special athlete, had some great moments in that drive, and some great play calling, like you said, from Coach Tom Chase, doing the right things at the right time on that drive to punch it in the end zone and take now a 16-8 lead with 7:04 left in the ball game.
We'll see how Randolph's defense can get the job done here. 7:04 left, up by, that was a huge 2-point conversion as well.
Yeah.
That can be a game changer in a game like this. And you make a stand if Hilbert would come and score, but
make it a real interesting 2-point conversion. Try then for the Wolves, but
we've been talking volleyball, basketball and the girls' sports, all that. I'll tell you what, football in the fall sets the tone for a school. If you can have success in football, it just brings community together. He's down,
Ball was fielded right around the 25-yard line, and but his knee was down when he grabbed the football, and that's right where Lamarcket. That's high school football can't keep on going like they can on Sundays.
And it's I bring this point up because it's just when your football program is doing well, it crosses so many different areas of community and different types of people that live in a community, and it brings a huge support early on in the school year, and it can just carry over for your female athletes, for your basketball team, your baseball program, all those things throughout the whole year if you can really put a competitive football team out there. So kudos to Randolph right now, doing a nice job early on in this season.
Yeah, some real glory years here in the nice start in this ball game. We'll see. 7:04 left. See if the defense can keep it going, and they are on that first play. They try to, and they do hand it off to Cullen, and he gets taken down for maybe about a yard loss back about the 24-yard line. 2nd down and 11. I tell you, great penetration up the middle for the Randolph Rockets on that play.
Fired up group right now. Tadjic, I think, was the first one. I don't know if he made the tackle, but he was there to set the edge and turn it back inside for all the defense to make the play.
Even if you're not the guy that makes the actual tackle, you can be the guy that actually caused that to happen, and I think he did on that play. Again, Randolph comes in. I can't see you wrapped him up right away.
That is.
And that's big number 70.
70, yes.
Yeah, that's Thomas Riley coming in there.
Called his name numerous times tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Number of times. He's had a nice game.
Yeah, the ball back to about the 21-yard line. Makes it a 3rd down and about 14 yards to go, almost 14 for a first down, but some great defensive plays. And the guy you got to watch over on this left side is Alex Rojo with the speed out there, and he seems to be their main target, throwing the ball down the field.
Here he goes.
And that one, a good job defensively. Rojo had a couple of guys on him, one in front of him, one behind him, and a good job by Cody DeVries out there along with Nicholas Kutzma. They're on both sides of him. They knock it away. It's going to be a 4th down and 14 yards to go.
And you make a decision here. You kick the ball away. And a couple timeouts, I believe. They could,
they have the punter back.
You almost have to. I mean, obviously, if you're Randolph, be very cautious of a possible fake here. But
of course, Alex also the only guy back on the punt receive and a short punt. Everybody's just going to get away from it right now. And that's what they did. Diedrich Meyer over right where that ball landed, right over there. But they said, I don't know what do they call when you've got a
yellow fire or something, maybe.
Because all of a sudden he just took off because sometimes you don't see where the ball is, but that landed about right where he was standing, and he bolted out of there. And Randolph will get it back in great field position at the Wolves' 41-yard line. 16-8 is the lead now for Randolph on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard.
And Meyer had the benefit of being near his sideline. I'm sure he had 10 teammates and 5 coaches screaming at him to get away. And hey, I'll tell you what, Randolph, they're a couple of first downs away from winning this football game here. You just gotta put something together, hang on to the football, and finish the game.
And Hollander's going to fake handoff and take it around the left side, but he gets stopped up after maybe a minimal gain of maybe up to the 40-yard line. Finishing touches by Rich is one of our sponsors. If you're looking for some luxury vinyl tile, luxury vinyl plank, carpeting, hardwood floors, want your cabinets designed, your countertops designed, that is the place to go. It's the best quality stuff in the area, not just in Waupun, but in the area. And it's worth the drive for you Randolph people listening right now. Finishing touches by Rich Osterhaus. Most of you probably know him and the family over there, a lot of Osterhauses. Yeah. He said he's related to every Osterhaus out there. Whether they have 1 O or 2 O's, he is related to them. So
he's got some Randolph connections, I think. Some
ties. He was brought up right outside of town, outside on the 33, just off from 73. That's where he was. One of the places he lived when he was young. Got his whole history. That's the place to go. Rich will take care of you. Good prices, too. They give it to Ratagic. Both arms around the football and secures it. But like I said, a lot of time in the ball game. He had just under 4.5 and counting down in the game. Randolph kind of playing the clock game right now and trying to run off as much as they can. But they'd love to get a first down or two on this drive.
The dangerous passing game by Hilbert is what concerns you. And sometimes you play prevent defense when you're ahead by a score with maybe it's going to be probably under 3 minutes if they would get the ball back here. But yeah, prevent defense sometimes means preventing yourself from winning. You've seen that with the Packers numerous times.
Jacob Kyle in motion. Hollander has it, kicks it up to Kyle last second, and looks like a first down for Randolph as they get it inside the 30-yard line. And that is about as last second as you can flip a ball out to somebody. Hollander had a tackler right on him and flicks it out to Jacob Kyle. And he takes it around that left side and gets himself should be a first down right around that area.
Trainer coming over. He got an injured player, I think.
Yeah. A little slow getting up again.
That's huge right there.
They're moving the sticks right now.
That might be a game winner right there. Get that first down.
Got it now. Ball sitting right just inside the 30-yard line. But another good play. I tell you, Alex, he gutsy player out there, very physical quarterback, and he waited till he was going to get nailed, and he got it out to Kyle, just flicked it out just in time, maybe past the point that a coach would actually want you to actually do that.
In this situation with a one-score lead, I'll tell you what, sometimes you just have to do it. You've got to roll the dice, and you got to believe in yourself and your teammates, and right there he made a play, and that stopped the clock in time to move the sticks, get that injured player off, and right now the clock is running again. Randolph with a first down.
Here we go. First and 10 now with the clock running at 3:23 and counting down. Randolph leading 16-8. And Hollander gets around the left side, gets himself maybe about 3 yards on the play or so.
Hollander, the ball carrier.
Just want to make sure you secure the ball and keep that clock running, and they do. It's getting close to the 3-minute mark. lot of good things to talk about, and I'm sure a lot of things on both coaches' long laundry list of things that they early in the season. You're always going to have that, but definitely some things to talk about improving as you get into the conference season coming up with a pretty good Fall River Rio team that they'll be playing next game. We'll have that game for you here on Radio Plus Info. Checking down on about 8 yards ago. A little cutback again to Kyle. They've had a lot of success on that play, but Wolves have seen it a few times and take them down, maybe a little bit of a loss on the play. Yeah, it makes it about a third down and a little bit more than 8 yards for a first down. Down to 2:20 and counting down.
Yeah, Hollander had him for 4 carries, 17 yards in the first half. Here in the second half, he's got 6 carries and about 50 yards alone. So he's taking the load here. And, one thing, when you want to secure the football, he's keeping it in his own hands there. No chance for any kind of miscommunication or fumble situation during the handoff.
Just one receiver split out to the right, and fake handoff. Hollander still has it. They're trying to get around the right side, not go out of bounds, and he does go out of bounds. And I'm going to say he's down right around the 28-yard line. Yeah, that's not what you wanted with the stopping the clock at 1:43. So definitely success on that play, stopping the play and getting the clock to stop with a fourth down play now for the Randolph Rockets.
Yeah, what do you do here, Steve? Do you punt the ball away? You take that risk with the long snaps have been a bit of an issue today. They've rolled back and bounced back numerous times. Or do you just run the ball? I think looks like obviously they're going to run the ball here and just
take a few more seconds off the clock.
Who
knows if they break something here and keep that taking a little bit of a gamble, but deep into Wolves territory.
Hard count.
Kyle in motion, and
there's a whistle. Timeout.
Timeout taken. So maybe they never were going to run it, but a good job by everybody to stay put out there and see if they can get somebody to jump. But we've got a timeout on the field. 1:43 left. Some tense seconds coming up yet for both teams, and we'll come back in just 30 seconds to bring you the completion of this ball game. Randolph leading 16-8 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. This is Radio Plus Sports.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887.
Welcome back to Hilbert. Again, down to the last minute 43 of the ball game. Randolph with a 16-8 lead. The only bad thing happened just recently was that they ran out of bounds on the third down play to stop the clock there. But now a fourth down play. Tried to get them to jump off sides and call the timeout. Still set up in play formation yet. Probably the right thing to do and just secure the football now. They're going to not secure the football and throw it down the field. And a little jealous for the ball up there, and good job by the defender knocking the ball away. Good job over there defensively for the Wolves, but why not kind of like even if you threw the ball away, it'd be almost like a punt back there, but here we go, minute 37 left. Wolves get the ball back at about the 28-yard line on their side of the field.
Yeah, Diedrich Meyer, the intended receiver, he came up limping right now. I think he's going to stay on the field, but he's got a little bit of a leg issue.
Yeah, see Alex Rojo, he's been out of the stop play a few times with him being injured, but he's pops back up, and again, he's the one guy that you got to kind of be concerned about right now. And heads down the field, and they're flag on the play. They're throwing it down his direction, and Randolph
nearly intercepted.
Yeah, good job. They're coming back as Brady Prevey almost hauling it in, and Rojo did a good job knocking out of his hands, but early in that play, a flag flies. And
Cody DeVries and Prevey both right there on the play.
Been doing a good job having two bodies on them
yeah.
here these last, especially in the second half where they didn't have that earlier. It was just one-on-one coverage, but they knew that was a guy you got to double cover, and they've been doing a good job. The safety's cheating over there to help out.
Yeah, there was a penalty decline there, which is a good idea by Randolph. Makes it 2nd and 10.
Bring up 2nd and 10.
Down to 1:31 left here in the ball game with Randolph leading 16-8. We're bringing you the game from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth.
Okay, right now we've got DeVries as the free safety, and nobody can get behind him. He's got to get back.
Cullen with the football spins around, crosses the 30, and dives over towards the 35-yard line, and it'll be a about 3 yards short, maybe 2 yards short of a first down. 3rd down and long 2 to go now for the Wolves.
Yeah, the Wolves go back and huddle up.
Yeah, man, I'm waiting for a play to come in.
Actually running a play in from the sideline. They do not have time for that after a running play. Just wasting precious time right now.
I thought Cullen was going to come off the field, and thought that's one guy you can't have come off the field.
15 seconds ran off right now.
Yeah, they might want to try to get him a ball in space somewhere with Cullen out there. He's split out to the right instead of in the backfield. And that's definitely where they're going to go. They're just going to launch one down the field, and that is intercepted right around the 35-yard line.
It's game over.
And Diedrich Meyer gets the interception right around the 35-yard line, and there was no question on where that target was. They're definitely going to try to get it over to number 12, Austin Cullen, along that right side. Doesn't normally line up over on the wide receiver spots, but a good job by Diedrich Meyer, and what a great job by the Randolph Rockets offensively, defensively. Kind of excited about that. We've got another 4 games of theirs, big ones too. We've got the one against Fall River Rio. We've got the game against Cambria Friesen. You got to have that game. That's the big rivalry. And then they've got the one against Lords. We've got that toward the end of the season. Who knows what that could mean at that time?
If we take enough time here, they should be able to take the victory stance and just possibly be the last play. There we go.
Jacob Kyle, just in case something goes awry here and the ball gets in the hands of the Wolves, back that was a safety, and they take the knee and
takes that tailback position about 18 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I tell you, what a game. I hope you had a chance, your viewers out there watching on RadioPlusInfo.com. Glad to bring you the game here on Radio Plus. Listen on the radio. Glad to have you there, too. But I see some stuff here with the Randolph team. I see some physicality. I see some good athletes out there. Offensively and defensively, great team speed. These guys are aggressive, hard-hitting players. And I think we've got something special going on with this team. Lost a lot of good players from last year, but that's just high school football. You lose them every year.
That's right.
And I liked what I saw. We're going to take a break and come back and talk about the game. Be back in just a few minutes to bring you the post-game show live from Hilbert High School football field on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Randolph Family Dental understands families. Dr. Ross Werner and his daughters Dr. Madeline Werner and Dr. Muriel Werner Dittman are there to take care of all of your family's dental needs. They are committed to the highest level of care for their patients. And Randolph Family Dental is currently taking new patients. Call them at 920-326-3191. Randolph Family Dental is excited to announce they'll be moving to their brand new facility at 130 Progress Drive in Randolph in early 2023. Roberts Brothers Painting of Randolph is a proud supporter of Randolph Rockets athletics. Family owned and operated since 1958, the Roberts Brothers have the skills, knowledge, and techniques to get your exterior paint job done right, no matter your painting needs. Roberts Brothers Painting uses the finest materials and equipment to guarantee a professional job that you'll be proud of. For more info, visit robertsbrotherspainting.com or give Hugh or Paul, the Roberts Brothers, a call at 326-5103 or 326-6214 for all of your exterior painting needs. Tina from Tea's Cup and Cream invites you to join Herb and her crew to enjoy one of their iced, blended, or hot specialty coffee drinks. Tea's offers non-coffee drinks and spirits too. Choose from their large selection of homemade baked goods or pick one of the many flavors of chocolate shop ice cream. Tea's has many comfortable places to sit with friends or just be by yourself. Tea's Cup and Cream also has a fun selection of clothing, gift ideas, and seasonal items. Enjoy your next visit to Tea's Cup and Cream at the corner of Stark and High Streets in Randolph. The Boathouse Pub and Eatery on the shores of Fox Lake serves lunch and supper with the best view of Fox Lake. Their menu gives you many delicious options like burgers, pizza, nachos, chicken, sandwiches, wraps, and so much more. The Boathouse has great specials Monday through Saturday, including all-you-can-eat chicken wings, all-you-can-eat spaghetti, burgers and fries, tacos, and of course their amazing fish fry. Bring your friends or make new ones at the Boathouse Pub and Eatery on Chief Kuno Trail, Fox Lake.
Welcome back to Hilbert High School, and boy, I tell you, a very excited Randolph football team, and a good reason to be so, coming to a place where they lost against this team pretty convincingly last year to Hilbert, and came in here and looked really good. They did a lot of good things here in this ball game, defensively, offensively, had a few glitches here and there that can easily get worked out, but I like what I see from this Randolph team.
Yeah, and I think a penalty-plagued first half for both teams, but it was cleaned up in the second half, and maybe that was some discussion at halftime about doing that. And they played, cleaner football, less penalties and less negative things. And I'll tell you what, they had their backs against the wall. A couple of drives by Hilbert early on looked like maybe they were going to take control of the second half. Randolph bent a little bit. They didn't allow the score. And then they made a couple plays offensively when they needed to, and it was a really nice second half. I think a quality victory on the road against a program that's always one of the better programs in this small schools division.
Yeah, I was just. It's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the conference is. Oshkosh Lord's always a good team, even if they weren't that great the year before. They can make a good team the next year, and always a good matchup when you take on Cambria Friesen. They say Partyville's got a pretty decent team from what I hear this year, and also Fall River, the team we're going to call Fall River Ryle. They've got a nice quarterback over there, and Matt Miller over there, and so they've got some really nice players that they're going to be meeting coming up next week. So we'll see where they're at conference-wise. Already a good test with next week, but yeah, you never know what you're gonna see when you lose a lot of great players. One guy that went off to the Badgers, and Ben Neiman was another guy we didn't mention in the pregame show. There was a great player that graduated, but boy, they've got some guys that are hungry to play out there and getting their chance and making the most of it.
I agree, and we talked about first half, lots of balance on this team. Many players that had the ball in their hands and did some things offensively. We always forget to talk about the. You don't always talk about the offensive line and the defensive line because those are the guys that really get it done. But other than that, I mean, a good job by an offensive line, defensive line, the linebackers. But a lot of guys in offense had the ball in their hand, got things done.
Okay, we're just trying to
get some
something going. I don't even know where this would plug in here. But Randy, why don't you give us some numbers?
So. Yeah, offensively in the second half, not as many players here handling the ball, but Jacob Kyle, 5 carries, 54 yards. He had also had that 2-point conversion for Randolph, so that was good. And then Alex Holzman,
test,
7 carries, 51 yards. And
can you hear that, Randy? At all?
I can. You're coming through clear, Steve. And Bryce Rutajic with 1 carry. We're trying to get the cordless mic going here and see if we can get a coach's interview. So hang on, if you will, please. Steve's heading down to the field. So again, only three of the Randolph Rockets that carried the ball here in the second half, and I don't believe we had a completed pass. So again, right now we're trying to get Steve down on the field with the cordless mic and see if he can get a a quick interview with some of the Randolph, either the players or the coach, in a quality victory.
Can you hear me yet?
We can hear you good, Steve. You're coming through
Can you
loud.
hear me, Randy?
Yes, I can.
Can we get Tom? Over here real quick.
So again, maybe we'll go to a commercial break quick, Jeff, if you can pull that off.
Yeah, you got to hurry though, because we're on the air right now. So.
Roberts Brothers Painting of Randolph is a proud supporter of Randolph Rockets athletics. Family owned and operated since 1958, the Roberts Brothers have the skills, knowledge, and techniques to get your exterior paint job done right. No matter your painting needs, Roberts Brothers Painting uses the finest materials and equipment to guarantee a professional job that you'll be proud of. For more info, visit robertsbrotherspainting.com or give Hugh or Paul, the Roberts Brothers, a call at 326-5103 or 326-6214 for all of your exterior. If you have any building or remodeling projects in your future, make sure to call Jeff Retajic at Ace in Building and Remodeling Randolph. Ace has been in business for over 20 years and builds new homes, offers complete interior and exterior remodeling and additions, single to multiple car garages, windows, decks and patios, seamless siding, and seamless gutters. Ace stands for Achieving Carpentry Excellence. Let them work on your next project. You'll be glad you did. Give Ace in Building and Remodeling a call at 920-326-3624. If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887.
Welcome back again to Hilbert High School. Randolph coming up with a 16-8 victory against a very storied program here and a nice Hilbert team. And I've got the head coach for Randolph, Tom Chase. And wow, what a nice game for your Randolph Rockets here. What do you have to say about your team?
First of all, give Hilbert a lot of credit because they are a great storied program, just like you said. Coach Moreau is a legend over here and has done a great job all the time he's been here. So for our kids, we told them it was a signature win. We could put our signature on this because it's something that we can build off and hopefully gain a little momentum from. So it was a huge, huge win for our kids.
Well, I like what I saw from your team. Really, it started out defensively. You mentioned in the pregame show about the team's speed defensively, and they really attacked the ball out there and did a great job. And I was very impressed by your team defensively as a team out there.
Yeah, defense, last week they pitched a shutout. This week we knew we were going to have a really tough opponent. If we could keep them off the board at least a little bit, that we have a chance. Our offense is continuing to grow. We're growing yet, so it's getting better. So defense played lights out tonight, and they played lights out last week too.
Impressed with your quarterback too, Alex Hollander. You're a little worried with him being on defense, and as he plays hard both sides of the ball. But what a nice quarterback! Laid in some nice passes, made some pretty good decisions out there. That one little throw that he had off to the side just before he's going to get hit on the option, and got rid of it just in time to Jacob Kyle out there. But that drive that you had, used him quite a bit during that, and that quick fourth down, no huddle first down that you got. Just talk about that whole drive and how you got it down the field and use those two no huddles to get some scores.
Well, I learned a few things by coming to Randolph, but being a very good basketball town. And you put the ball in the hands of the people that can win games for you. Not that our other kids can't, but Alex is a guy that you want the ball in his hands. So at the end of the game, if you notice, he was carrying the ball quite a bit just because we wanted to put the ball in his hands. So he's a gamer. He's a competitor. He's our leader, a vocal leader. He fires everybody up. He just is a great, great football player.
So what did you learn about your team in this ball game? Like I said, you had concerns about maybe some things offensively, things definitely to talk about before you get into the conference season coming up next week. What's your thoughts about some things you'll probably be working on this week?
Well, we'll continue to get better defensively because we certainly had some laps there. And offensively, we're continuing to grow. We're growing leaps and bounds from last week. Last week was not a good offensive performance for us. Even though we scored 35 points, we did not execute well. So tonight we took some of those steps in that right direction. So we're going to continue to grow offensively. This will do great wonders for confidence for our kids. And we're going to just get better. Our special teams are pretty solid. I had a couple punt snaps, so we need to work on that. But there's always stuff to work on. And so we're going to continue to do that and hopefully just become better each week.
Any other names kind of pop out in your mind of the big contributors for the team? We mentioned a lot of names repeatedly. Can't think of them off the top of my head. Defensively, they were kept on making plays in the backfield of the Wolves here tonight. So some guys we mentioned quite often, I think, during the game.
Yeah, Xander Padilla is, is a sophomore playing our Mike linebacker, and that kid just continues to make plays. Got Levi that's out there as a sophomore making plays for us. Jacob Kyle is always hustling, and Bryce Ratachik just gives everything he has all the time. We have Jake Dykstra. We've got obviously Brady Prevey, and Dietrich Meyer. I'm so proud of him. Had a couple of flags thrown against him early in the first half, and came up with a big pick in the end that sealed the game. Just so proud of him. Nick Katzma just never quits. The whole defense is just phenomenal. And like I said, they can run. And in our defense, you have to run. If they can run, they can play defense.
Well, Coach, a great victory here. Didn't know what to expect when you come up to a town, a place that you lost to, or I should a team you lost to pretty convincingly last year. But I thought it was very impressive. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season, getting to call a few more of your games.
Well, we certainly appreciate every time we can get you guys. And Randolph has just got amazing people, amazing community, and the kids are awesome. Administration is unbelievable. So we're just going to keep working in the right direction and trying to teach our kids to be good young men, to be good fathers eventually someday, and just to be good people. And then hopefully we can make them good football players too.
We'll have an enjoyable ride home back to Randolph.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, Tom Chase joining us here on the postgame show. Again, they win by a score of 16-8, and I think we're going to wrap things up. Okay, we're going to wrap things up here. So thanks for joining us. We're going to be here for a few more games. I know we're going to be doing the Fall River Rio game coming up. We've got the Cambria game for Randolph, and we also have the Oshkosh Lords game. So thanks for joining us, and Randy and I'll be happy, along with Jeff, to be back and bring you some more of their games, along with Randolph Volleyball coming up on Monday night, their game against Laconia. Have yourself a great night. Randolph wins 16-8 on the road at Hilbert. Thanks for joining us here on Radio Plus Sports.